Welcome, folks, to the latest episode of Pubcast Plays Dungeons & Dragons. Hopefully my child is still asleep in bed now. She goes, woken her up. No,
she's going to be a special guest.
Fine. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you have caught up with the first two episodes at this point and you're tuning in. If you haven't and you're still catching up, that's fine. We're going to kick off where we left off in the last episode. In the last episode, our adventurers ventured out into the forest outside Threshold. They found a wizard who seemed to be up to some mischief and doing some horrible, wicked experiments. There was also a large skin golem, or flesh golem, that they had to attack and beat to obtain the crystal that was embedded in its chest to bring back to the group that were looking for it to give it back to their lord, which has now been done. You managed to vanquish the skin golem and Norman, which I should say, Ryan actually isn't here at the moment, but will hopefully be joining us later. I will be playing the character of Norman until Ryan gets here. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. See if Norman can make it until Ryan gets here. Doesn't die in the process.
Norman can just be off having a bath. He needs it.
Will he,
I don't think he's going to do
that.
It's not relevant to his
interest.
interest.
Not to him, he doesn't.
Not to him. So, I'm going to roleplay the character of Norman for Ryan until Ryan arrives later on in the session. So, you have made your way back to the City of Threshold. You've spent the evening in the abode of Dacius Trevelyan.
Yep.
You have been told by Dacius that there is an evil that is inflicting itself on the land. You found the rot, the red rot, that was the kind of infection that seemed to be spreading throughout the skin golem and part of the wizardy people and the wizard and some of the dark acolytes that you found in the forest that you fought. And there seemed to be something about it that was obviously magical.
Must be your reason why there's evil in Threshold.
Oh, God.
I'll leave.
Yeah. 3 of the party were infected with this rot, but Dacius Trevelyan extracted it from their bodies with great effort.
Yeah.
And has now captured it in vials.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. And has told the group that they must go to the capital of Terrismore to speak to the king and plead with him that they need help. That there's something out there that is infecting the land and it must be stopped. So,
You said blessing wrong.
did I?
Yeah, I heard it was a blessing.
A blessing on the land.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. I can't remember what you said. Was that my gaff where we're going? Was that where I was from?
Where you're from, the
Yeah.
character?
Yeah.
No.
I have it wrong because I forgot my map.
That's okay. So Terrismore is the capital of this part of the continent.
Yeah, because I know where I'm from.
And it's where the King Gregor resides. King Gregor is a just king. He brought a lot of prosperity to the capital and to the surrounding lands of the capital. Now, obviously, not the City of Threshold. City of Threshold is pretty much a shitbox, and that's where you are at the moment in the abode of Dacius Trevelyan. When you entered the abode of Dacius Trevelyan, you discovered that it's kind of a bit of Time Lord technology going on. It's bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. It's a huge, cavernous, what looks like a library. The central chamber is a big circular chamber that you can't see the top of. It's just books going up and up and up, but there's doors that circle it. That evening, when you arrived there, after talking to Dacius and him begging for your help, you all agreed. And he said you can spend the night and have a long rest, which you all have had.
Yes.
And you prepared your spell slots and everything for the following day, which you now find yourself waking up on.
I prepared your mom's.
So we need to figure out who's lodging with who, in what rooms. You have 3 rooms to lodge in. So who's sleeping with you, who's waking up next to who or in the same room as, and who wants to do whatever you want to do, who wants to go first.
Bagsy not sleeping with Norman.
I assumed the girls would want to share. And I would bunk with Norman because I think he's totally fine.
Okay.
Whoever bunks with me is just going to be...
Probably Darren.
I don't mind.
Treated to a lovely trance.
I'm pretty... With the entire bed thing, I just need a little, corner of the room.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So-
he's only gets 2
Just
beds.
curl up into
Okay,
a ball.
so
He can trance across
right, so
all of them.
we're gonna start with we'll start with Talazar and
Ogun.
Ogun is waking up in the same room together.
I'm just meditating in the
You're
middle of the
meditating
room.
in the corner. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm Breezy. I'd like to know more about our host. Like, you know, he said he wasn't there was something off by him saying he wasn't from here.
He had told you that he wasn't from. He is kind of a plane walker of sorts. He moves between different realms of existence, and that's what he showed you. The doors in his study. That's what they're for. He can move in and out of existences.
But like he was saying, there's a need. Like this is just. I was taken aback with everything he said. But like now, after sleeping on it, it's kind of like he's saying there's something unnatural come to this world. But like, is he unnatural as well, or will I know about the outer planes and stuff like that?
Well, do you like roll a history check and see if you know anything about? Do you know anything about plane walkers? Do you know anything about the other realms?
That's what I. Well,
I've
got zero.
Your character arc would dictate that you might know it, but you might not remember.
I'm more. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm just kind of curious as to like, is he kind of what's himself? Is he?
You might have to go talk to him.
Yeah.
That's what I recommend you do.
Cool. That's what I want to do. I want to go talk to our host. Sorry, I got something in my throat. There we go.
Lead the way, furry friend.
All right, let's go.
I have nothing else.
So you're making your way out of the room.
Yeah.
Actually, what's the room like that we're in? Is it very sparse? Very.
It is suited to your exact needs.
Okay.
So when you went into the room, you found that you had a nice meditation mat all laid out for you. There's candles in the area. It's a nice calm presence, like
Very
your
zen.
feel, very zen. And there was also a little kind of nest, a very, very comfortable hay laid up for Hogan that he could curl up in.
Tasty worms in it too.
So you find it's a surprisingly meets your needs, your exact needs of what you want.
That's very interesting. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take note of that. And just, we'll make our way out to see where the rest of the ladies are. And
so you make your way out of the room. As you move out into the hallway, and you notice that the hallway, it's a long corridor. There is stairs off to your right that lead back down into where the study area is. And now all the doors along the corridor, they're all just plain heavy oak wooden doors. Beautiful intricate designs all on the kind of the frames of the doors. The framing above the doors, again, beautiful intricate design. It's a very well put together place to live in. It looks beautiful. Looks like a lot of care has gone into building this. A lot of artistry has gone into putting this all together. Beautiful oak wooden floors. There's tapestries on the walls in between each of the doors that depict look like different periods of history. There's a crimson carpet that lines the hallway from one end to the other. That continues on from the stairs that goes down the stairs and back in towards the study area that you came from.
And are there any kind of servants or any kind of other people other than Trevelyan in there?
Nobody else in the corridor that you can see.
Okay, so even when we were there, it was literally just us and Trevelyan.
You and Trevelyan.
Okay.
Go down and find Trevelyan then.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way downstairs, and at the end of the stairs is a door. You open the door, you go through, and it's back into the study that Trevelyan was in. And you see him sitting cross-legged, hovering slightly above the large oak table that sits in the centre of the room. His back to you.
That's a neat trick.
He doesn't turn. You just hear, "Oh, you're awake. Please enter."
Thanks. Walk in.
So you make your way around.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
As you make your way around, you notice that in front of him, kind of hovering in front of him, is one of the items that you found in the castle. It's the goggles that you found in one of the boxes.
Oh yeah.
And they're just kind of rotating slowly in front of him. There's a faint aura off them. And he just has his eyes closed, his hands are just kind of crossed like this, and he's just like this. And the goggles are rotating in front of him. As you walk around, the goggles will slowly drop and land on the table in front of him. And he then gestures to you to pick them up.
Okay. Is there no aura coming off of him now? Or?
He gives you the goggles.
Okay.
Ooh! Props.
Goggles of night. Ooh, very nice.
Not supposed to read that to us, or
You can if you want. Yeah, you can read it to me.
Ooh. These would be very handy for our thieving friend. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, I'm reading the text above it.
Sorry, yeah.
Nice. Goggles of night. Whilst wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, wearing these goggles will increase your range by another 60
nice.
feet.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he then takes. You notice beside him there's actually a pile of the stuff that you found, the treasures that he literally. You just see the bag hovers up in front of him.
He has them.
Just starts to. You gave him. You kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
you
did.
kind of gave him everything when you were going to bed. He's basically doing identify
Right.
for you,
Right.
Okay.
providing a service.
Right. Okay.
So the bag then starts to slowly rotate. He closes his eyes and it hovers.
I'd say we'll leave him two doing this. You got any food
No,
around here?
he's perfectly lucid. Like he's just identifying them. If you want to talk to him, you can.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like we're imposing.
My book. Sorry.
Yeah, I was taken aback last time with everything, but you were saying there's some kind of unnatural evil in the land.
He keeps his eyes closed, but he doesn't look towards you. He just seems. Yes, as I showed you, the rot, the red rot, is making its way through our lands. It requires to be uprooted and destroyed. He keeps his eyes closed, doesn't open them once. The bag continues to rotate, and then just slowly drops to one side on the left.
And you said there about the rot needing to be uprooted. Do you know, or have you seen this before in other places? You said that you've done this before.
At that point, he opens his eyes. And he stops hovering, he slowly, gently moves down and sits on the table. He's like, yes, this rot is new to me, but I was once where you are now, and I had to fight for this land. But I have been the word, I suppose I've been kind of hamstrung. I can't interact as much as I'd like.
Are you tethered to another place of existence?
It's a bit difficult to explain. I am here, but I'm also in other places. My essence is not one. I have been splintered.
And is that by choice?
No.
Okay.
So, you must understand that is why I need you and your companions to help me.
What are you?
I'm just a wizard,
Oh.
but I have done many things in my life, and I have seen many evils. And I have fought alongside my companions, and have lost all of them along the way. I am the last of my group.
Can I make an insight check?
You can.
That's not bad. That's a 22. Yeah, 22.
He's telling you the truth. There's no deception about him. Like any kind of veiled.
He's been an open
He's
book at
been
most.
very much an open book. He's telling you the truth, telling you exactly what happened to him. Like he was an adventurer at one point. He was with another group, and they did fight against evil, and something happened to him that made him the way he is, and he needs other people to do what he can't.
Can you speak of what caused you to be splintered?
I cannot recall.
Okay.
I don't remember. I found myself in multiple places at multiple times and involved in multiple problems.
Sounds like you had quite the adventurous life yourself.
Oh, if I could remember half of it, I probably could tell you some strange stories indeed.
Well, when you do come home, I'd be glad to hear more.
Yeah, definitely.
I am in the process of identifying what you found. I have given you these goggles, I have this bag, and I am going to continue identifying these two other objects. Would you like to take the bag?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have a look and give Ogun to have a look at what's the bag about, or
I can't remember what was in this. Oh, okay.
Let me guess, it's just a regular, ordinary bag.
Yeah. I feel like I've had this bag before. Bag of holding.
that would be handy.
It will come in handy.
You already know what one of these objects are. You have it actually on your person before.
Oh,
you
this.
gave it to me.
Hmm.
I have
Looks
it
like-
here, and
Oh,
he,
this just
he
sticks.
basically levitates the wand of magic missiles to you.
Oh, cool.
You have it. You had it in your possession.
It came in handy.
The last item I wish to speak to the bard.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know if she's up yet.
Yeah.
So
We,
I-
we
I
don't know where they
actually-
went, which room.
Rand's a boy.
Oh, yeah.
stop assuming
Yeah.
genders, Tom.
Oh.
God.
Loran.
Right.
I don't
So
know if they're up yet.
we're gonna cut from you at this point,
Mhm.
and we're gonna go and see what Loran is doing. So-
My first question is, what does my room look like?
Your room is. Are you by yourself?
I think I'm with Norman.
Okay. Norman is off to one side,
Yeah.
In a
just
slime
standing,
puddle.
looking at the wall. He hasn't moved all night. He hasn't slept. He hasn't said a word. He just came in,
Some people are like that.
said, told you good night, and turned and faced the wall, and he hasn't moved since. But your room, because it literally is just for you. There's nothing there for Norman.
Okay.
It is a large, long room, and right in the centre is a four-poster bed draped in gold, satin, silks, and there's like beautiful
Oh, good.
glow. The bed looks like it's glowing basically,
Mm.
and it's a huge, comfortable, elaborate bed. There are large bowls of fruit and food, and there's also a selection of instruments lining the wall. And there is a small music box that seems to change its tune every single time you open it. And it's always a tune that you remember, and it always seems to be, that's my favourite song, until you play the next one, and that's my favourite song.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
You made a good
just
Spotify playlist for me. Good man,
pretty
Trevellian.
much, yeah. He's made the ultimate Spotify playlist for me. And it's it's just everything Gerald Way has ever done. So,
Yes. Fantastic.
but it's full on Spotify playlist.
Okay.
You just continually keep opening it and just keep playing a different tune over and over again. And it's a small box, but the music just fills the room.
Okay.
And Norman doesn't seem any way phased by this. He's
I
just over the
think
corner.
he's mostly obsessed with the music box. Like, I think because he's so childlike that he'd be entertained. He'd be constantly opening it and closing it to see what happens next. The rest of it, I don't think he's even bothered by. Like, he'll sit on the bed, but he's a little uncomfortable with it
Okay,
for reasons I won't disclose.
that's fine.
But he just kind of stays up for most of the night playing with the music box, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, are you now up and about?
I think I'm trying to explore the house.
So you're going to go out
Yeah.
and explore the house.
Mhm.
Okay.
I want to see what else is here.
So
He
you're
doesn't know
leaving the room?
boundaries. Yeah, leave the room.
Okay. Norman doesn't even pay attention to you as he leaves the room. He stays where he is.
I've draped like my coat on him and
Yeah.
like just.
There's no...
Actually, it's probably gonna stink. It's fine.
So you don't pay any attention. Norman doesn't pay any attention. He literally, his eyes are wide open and he's just staring at the wall. You can kind of hear, like under his breath, he's like... It's not common that he's speaking.
I've put some food in his mouth as like throughout the night to make sure he eats.
You
but it's
notice
just,
that
like,
any food that you've put in his mouth is literally just falling down the top. It's filthy. Like any of the fruit is just matted against his clothes. It's just, you know,
Norman.
mixing in with his already kind of oily texture.
Oh,
So you leave the room and
nasty.
you see a long corridor. You're kind of halfway up the corridor. And to your right, as you look down, you can see the stairs going down to where you came from and study that way. And as you look back then, it just looks like an endless corridor of just rows and rows of rooms. All identical doors, beautiful, intricate artistry around the doors. There's a crimson carpet, the tapestries on the wall, all seem to be depicting some form of event in history, all lined up.
Let's open some doors.
Open some doors.
Yeah, man.
So do you what store do you want to go to?
He's literally going like, you know, in Scooby Doo where they're
Yeah.
kind of like This door, this door, this door. He just wants to see everything.
Okay. Every door you go into, you basically end up back in your room.
He's not a fan of that. He's gonna go downstairs.
Okay. So you're gonna make your way downstairs.
He's disappointed. He thought they'd all be something fun, but they're not.
No. So so that's what you see. You go in and it's just you end up just constantly just walking back into your own room. You see Norman standing there against the wall, just like there's like the food dropping down his face.
Cool. So when I come downstairs, do I see these two?
As you walk down into the study, you see the back of Dacius and those two standing in front of him. He's literally just handed the wand of magic missiles to Ogun as you walk in.
Yeah.
And he gestures, as you see him, he says, I need to speak to the bard about this. And as he says the bard, you enter the room. And
I don't think no one's well.
Was he
Was he ever well?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not eating.
Oh, sweet summer child.
He's not eating.
That's fine. Norman's a big boy. He can look after himself.
I guess.
Did he
Why
say
did
he
you
was
decorate
hungry?
all your rooms like the same room?
Oh, I didn't decorate the rooms. You did.
No, I didn't. I just got here.
The rooms. My abode is very special. I don't have many guests that often, but when I do, every room caters towards their needs. So what they need at that particular moment and time is what they get.
So if I think of something else and go back upstairs, will it change?
Might do.
He runs back upstairs.
The round's got to run.
So,
I think of like a fair, like with like games and like throwing balls to knock down bottles and
Renaissance fair.
Yeah, like a Ren fair.
so you walk into the room, and before you are miniature versions of multiple Renaissance fair games.
Miniature versions, but still playable.
Still playable. Norman is still standing there, but he's wearing a little hat.
Amazing.
And he's just
Brilliant.
You might want to cut to these two because I'm going to play some games.
You're going to go play some games.
Yeah.
Okay. Moran is playing some games, play some skee ball, and we're going to cut to the two ladies.
Barbarian, you snore, but with a trombone like that on your face, I don't know what I expected. How was your sleep?
It was good. I needed that sleep.
Yeah.
It was comfy. This room's kind of badass.
I love that this room is so crisp and clean and free of places for people to hide.
So your room is split right down the middle. On one side, you have your room, and it's literally just an open bed, like a futon type bed. And like you said, there's nowhere for anyone to hide. You can see every nook and cranny of your side of the room.
Perfectly well lit.
Perfectly well lit. Just everything's there, but everything is really swanky of sorts as well. Though there's money been spent here.
Yeah, I'm a classy.
So it's expensive sheets, like you're talking full on Egyptian cotton, like proper stuff.
And a high thread count.
Yeah.
Really high class shit. The other side of the room, it's got battle shields on the wall. There's weaponry. There's a large
Yeah, there's
biggest,
weaponry, but what else is there?
There's biggest. Jesus. There's the biggest tankards of ale.
Yes!
you've
Yeah,
ever seen.
but what else is there?
A training pit.
That probably didn't help
Sorry.
with the snoring, to be honest. All the ale. Because I did put away a few barrels
Alright,
before bed.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So back to the jugs. Sorry.
Yeah.
We've broken him.
No. So there's a full collection of different weaponry. There's a lot of different fighting manuals. All these different depictions of art of just battle scenes and stuff like that.
Kind of presuming my fucking class here, right? I don't like. I am a different breed of orc. I'm not just all.
But you're a barbarian.
There's
I
more to
am.
her, God.
Yeah, I am barbarian, but
But
there's
again,
more to me.
this is the first time you've been in one of these rooms.
This is true. So it's what you instantly desire.
Initial reaction.
Initial reaction.
Okay.
Animal skins on the bed.
I thought it was strange when the night before somebody mentioned the girls going in together or the women, because I would consider myself kind of paranoid and vigilant first and a woman second.
Gender is paranoia.
Never really, yeah. I've
Yeah.
got my mind on bigger things.
That's-
And I'm like,
I'm more like rage first, think later.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
does paranoia range on the spectrum of gender?
Kind of between, it's kind of part of all of them, I think.
Yeah. Definitely.
Paranoia fluid.
More in the
Yeah.
middle, I think. But yeah, so we had a good sleep.
Yeah. So you're well rested, and what would you like to do?
We're obviously we've accepted that this setup was not, built for us out of luck 4 years ago, and we happened to end up here. So we know it's magic. Are you worried by that?
No.
Not really.
No.
I mean, the things we saw
seems
yesterday
pretty legit.
on the money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tend to go with my gut on these things,
Yeah.
and he's not giving me
Worries so far.
any worries.
Glad to be rid
and-
of the spider mole. Glad to be rid of whatever that was yesterday. Yeah.
For a minute there, I thought he mightn't have been able to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in trouble. So are we happy enough, he's trustworthy, are we happy enough to let him interfere as a foreign power in our politics?
I would like some more information from him.
I'm going to ask you to project your voice as well.
Okay. And not have it full of food.
I know I bet you got some good dinners in your room. Like, I think you guys have good taste in food.
I would like to know a bit more from him. Do you reckon Ogun and
Talazar.
Talazar have been sussing him out? Can we trust them?
The monk seems pretty level-headed. He's got bad luck in battle, but apart from
Terrible stealth.
such bad stealth, unlike yours, of course. So
Here, I surprised myself.
Stealth queen.
well, let's go meet up with our companions and find out when we want to move, if we want to move, and what's our next move.
Okay. So you're leaving your room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we try explore or?
Yeah, I think I figured out from the impossible architecture that it's a facade anyway. So I wonder
We
what we
mightn't
would
get
find.
very far.
Yeah, but we can try.
I noticed these rooms are all supposed to suit our immediate needs, but I'm really hoping that some of those weapons are real and I can load up on them before we leave, because they're pretty amazeballs.
Try it. See what happens.
You're going to pick a weapon off the wall?
Yeah.
You take a weapon off the wall. It's a perfectly solid sword.
Yeah, but it's not going to disappear as soon as we leave this location.
It seems
Let's
pretty...
find out.
Gonna have to
It's
try.
like dum dum dum. Yeah. You could always, depends on what you want to do with it, but you're pretty tooled out as it is. So...
That one looks pretty.
Okay.
No, I'll put it back for now, and I'll have a little chat with Dacius and see what he says. I don't want to just take it. This guy seems pretty cool, so I don't want to steal his stuff. But if he's willing to offer these, I won't say no to a nicer longsword
Yeah.
or some bits from a backpack.
I just want to check he's got our well-earned swag.
Yes, that too, because there was some pretty
Yeah.
nice swag in there.
Not
Yeah, let's
least
go
the
and see
50
what the
gold
crack is
pieces
with
we
him.
got.
So you're gonna make your way now. You've
Yeah.
kept all of the jewels and the coin and everything you found. You still have that. And
Okay.
you have to divvy that out if you want, or whoever
It was
found
the
them,
artifacts he took to kind
He
of...
only took the 4 artifacts that you
Right,
found
okay.
to identify them for
Okay.
you. You'd already identified the missile
Wait,
of magic,
point
the
activated.
wand of magic missiles, but the other 3 they hadn't been identified as what
Yeah,
they are.
and the
But you now
barriers
know
to
what
be right.
2 of them are.
Okay.
And he's waiting for Loran to come back in order to identify them.
Oh,
He's
Loran
gonna
is
be
at
waiting a while.
Can we hear Loran hitting
As you
hitting
walk,
coconuts with a
as you
ball?
walk past the room, you'll hear ding 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 like a pinball machine.
Okay, can
noise coming from that room.
Can we get Loran and bring
Do
him
you
with
mind
us?
with her? If you need to
Will we
do
knock
what you gotta
in?
do.
He does not answer. He's playing skee ball. I'm sorry.
You can open the door if you wish.
I'm gonna open it. Oi, tiefling!
As you open the door, Norman's head.
Oh, Jesus, that guy still gives me the creeps.
How was your sleep?
It was really
Oh my
good.
God.
How was yours?
I pop out from behind him at this stage, holding a bag with a goldfish in it and wearing a party hat.
I do not require sleep. He reaches behind and fiddles down into the bag of the goldfish
No.
and takes the goldfish out.
No!
And he's it.
You just ate Laurent's new pet, you
No,
dick.
it's okay, because he didn't eat all night, so this is really good.
I
Okay.
thought you brought me breakfast.
No, I'll win another one. It's fine.
We kind of need to go and
Yeah.
talk to Dacius. And,
Let's go get a
Norman
breakfast
is gone.
that isn't a
Norman
fish.
walks out the door.
And we were worried he wasn't eating.
Come on, kiddo. We'll come back.
One more game.
We'll come back. I promise we'll come back.
He's kind of waiting for a compromise, clearly.
Okay, Aratir just walks behind the stall, grabs a fish in her hands. Here. You need a bowl for that.
You're holding a fish?
It's got a little bit of water, and it's just kind
You
of.
still have no. Norman just took the fish out of the bag.
I don't think he's registered that because you told me that. Laurent hasn't caught it.
He's already dropped it.
Okay. So what do you want to do next?
We're heading down to where everyone else is.
Okay.
As soon as I see Codeine, I just chuck the goggles at her.
Okay, well Norman, basically the door swings open. Norman just slides in, kind of like slides into the room.
Like he's wearing Heelys.
Hey, like you see, he's on a Segway.
Oh my god.
But he just basically sidles into the room, and but he kind of skirts around where Dacius is. He's like he's trying to avoid Dacius. He's like around, and he comes right around the back of you guys. And then following Norman, you see Laurent and Codeine and Aratir just bundle into the room. Dacius, as he's sitting cross-legged, kind of just turns slightly as he's rotating, and in front of him you see the large sauterne. It's right there, and he's just rotating it. You walk in, and he looks down at the fish you're holding in your hand. He's like, "Good morning."
I need some water.
He waves his hand, and a globule of water just swirls around the fish, and it's now just floating in front of you.
That's mine.
That is yours to take with you. The globule of water just floats and follows you around as you walk.
Wow.
I was going to get a
goldfish
cup,
in
but,
my
okay.
inventory.
Suspended goldfish.
Nice.
You see the Saturn's like, Bard, I've been waiting for you. This item is, I remember this item. This belonged to one of my companions.
Do you want to give it back?
Well, I think
Because I really want it.
you might be the new owner because it seems to have attached itself to you.
Oh.
He gestures slightly and the Saturn turns and it floats as if the base of it's here and the neck is here. And all of a sudden there is a bright glow. And from the center of the Saturn there's a wisp. And out of it, this silver shape moves up. And a spectral form of a female bard floats above the Saturn. And she just looks down at you
He
and she
waves.
smiles. This is Trelawney. She was the previous owner of the Saturn, and her soul now resides in the instrument.
Ooh.
She was the wife of the wizard you found in the castle.
Oh, that's why he was going bananas when we were getting the.
She died because of his experiments.
Oh.
The face of the spectre just doesn't shift. She just smiles, and she's looking at you, and she looks very calm. And she just then looks around the room and then back into the instrument.
I have several questions.
And he levitates the instrument towards you. And it just floats in front of you. Meseric was also a companion of mine. And he lost his way.
So she's trapped in here. Does she know she is?
Yes. She wants to right the wrongs that have befallen her husband's victims.
Can we let her out?
You must destroy the instrument.
What power does she hold now?
That's for me to know.
Oh no.
See, out of character, I'm trying to decide because Naran's a good boy and he knows about being trapped in unhappy marriages and he kind of feels like this is kind of what she's still...
She wants to be with you. She wants to help with this quest. She wants to help you do what you need to do. She has told me as much.
Okay. So as long as she wants to help, we can't destroy the instrument.
Well, we can.
I let her out.
Yeah, but I feel like once we let her out, she'll go, you know, the other side thing.
Well, can she help us from in there?
Doubtful. Unless you have someone who can communicate with that plane.
Did you read what it does?
Yes.
She is the special, that particular trait. That's her.
Okay. Well, as long as she wants to help, then it's okay.
So you now have all of the 4 items that you found have all been identified, and you still have that.
I don't really need much for bags, so anyone want it? Like, who carries a lot of stuff?
I think the barbarian would be well placed
Definitely.
to carry our load.
If it's all right, I'll hang on to the magic stick.
Not him. Is he doing it now?
Would it be all right if I hang on to the magic stick? It came in handy before, and
You used it pretty well before, Badger.
I can bring all my weapons with me.
and you can put more in
Norman's
it.
over in the corner, just basically right up against all the books, and he's just slowly looking alongside all the books. He's just reading them all, the titles. He drapes his fingers over a few of them. He's like, yes, I would like this one. I would like this one. You just see him starting to pick the books off the shelf, and he's starting to pile them up. And he's looking at Arathir with the bag, and he's kind of like looking over at Dacius. And Dacius is not paying him any attention. And he's like, okay.
Dacia's not bothered by Norman in the slightest.
He knows what he is.
Right.
He knows what.
So a normal
A regular human man, yeah.
He's a normal human man, and he's not bothered by his insignificance at this point.
Right.
So that's like, I must get you on your way. I must thank you first for taking this quest and taking this challenge. I have made arrangements. You will have horses, supplies, and any weaponry you might require that you don't already have. Any gold that you found, any gems you found are yours. Do with what you will. I will be keeping an eye, and if you need me, and he puts his hand out.
Should you need us?
I was thinking that myself.
If you need me, I need to check actually. Does any of the magic users? Because I need to check as well with Norman. Does any of our magic users have the ability to send message?
Oh.
Let me check, but I don't think so.
Message is a cantrip.
It is.
It's a cantrip. I didn't have access to that.
I don't think it's on the druid spell list.
No.
No.
I don't think
Nope.
Norman has it either. No.
I don't think so.
Norman has access to it, but he has to choose it.
The Skyrider, whatever that thing.
So, he gives you a small orb. He hands out an orb, a small orb just appears in his hand. You could use this once a day. And you
Okay.
can message me. And I will respond.
I take it. How do you use it?
You simply lift it up, speak my name, and say the message.
Trevelyan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I believe that was our one for today.
He's okay, we don't need him today.
Yeah, I probably don't need him today.
You can have
Is there a
I'll take
reason,
that.
Geraldine, why you can't implore the king yourself?
Lifted into my robes.
How do you not have enough gravitas yourself?
I can't leave this city.
Ah, okay.
Do you know what tethers you to the city?
I do not.
Do you know where your other
Cells
schismed parts are?
Yes.
Would we recognise them? Is it threshold in another plane?
No, it's you. I am scattered throughout the realm of Terrismore.
Oh.
Hmm.
You will find me.
Will the other ones know who we are?
Yes, because they are me.
Okay, so if we meet one of them, it's like talking to you now.
Yes.
Okay, so if we ever run out of messages,
Yeah.
we run
Who's
into
gotta find
another
him?
We
Dacius.
might run into another Dacius.
No, sorry, let me explain. It's me, everywhere. Right now, me in another city
Yeah.
is having this conversation.
So this point
We are
is
all
spread
me.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere.
In the real
In,
moment.
well, not everywhere, but I'm in most places.
Do all of you have this house with these rooms?
Yes.
So we can stay here again?
Yes.
Ah. You don't have the ability to get yourself back together.
Not right now, no. I was split apart by a great catastrophe. And I don't know how to put myself back together.
Okay.
It's like that proverbial children's rhyme, really.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Hold the king's horses and all that.
Singing.
I'm not one for singing, I'm sorry. You're the bard.
I know, I want to hear your version.
No, you don't really.
I do.
Well, right now,
Are you sending us to Terrismore or are we to go on the road?
well, you must go on the road, I'm afraid. I have horses, I have supplies, I have everything arranged.
Perfect.
Okay.
Before we go, Codeine, I think you'd be best suited for that.
Okay.
You'd be our eyes and ears after
Okay. Yeah, that's great. It gives me a +5 to Dex.
all. No, that one.
Sorry, not
Oh,
that
this
bit.
one.
The
Sorry.
bottom bit.
Yeah. That's alright. So I have 120 feet of dark vision. Now, okay.
Cool.
Okay, so, is everyone ready to go? You all,
Mhm.
you all, do you need anything else you guys need?
Breakfast.
Goldfish food.
Goldfish food.
For my goldfish.
Dacius gives you a collection of small little bits of goldfish food.
It would be.
Breakfast is a good call, Cody.
Yeah, is there any cured game that we can put in our bags? And
Dacius, please. And he beckons towards the door. And as you look up at the door, you see it cracks open and the waft of food just fills.
Nice.
Everything is being prepared for.
Steak in the Matrix.
Dacius, you're sending us to something that we think is a little of an unknown. Do you have a contact or do we have a person that we need to speak to?
Thank you for reminding me. And he goes, and a letter appears in his hand. And he hands you the letter. And the letter you see, basically what it outlines is there is a banquet. Terrismore is celebrating 100 years
yeah.
of King Gregor's reign. And there is a banquet taking place in 3 days' time that you have all been invited to. Under the name of, like, who you, like, basically, you are
Yeah.
a travelling troupe sent by Dacius Trevelyan to the banquet.
Is King Gregor a human?
King Gregor is human.
Okay.
Does he look 100 years plus?
No,
No, we discussed this. It's a bit suspicious.
Yeah, but only click with me now because I'm distracted.
you won't know.
How fancy is this banquet?
It's a banquet. It's a banquet in the king's name. So in the letter it details that there will be head merchants, heads of guilds, some important people at this banquet. They will be taking place in 3 days' time in the capital. It will be overseen by the head vizier, and you've all been given an invite. It's a group invite on one letter.
Can I have some new threads to go to this banquet?
New threads.
Get them
Stash
there.
dinner.
Well-
Dinner. Oh, shopping. Let's go shopping when we get there.
So, you have your breakfast.
Yep.
Dacius brings you to the front of his abode and he opens the door. And what was previously out front was a dingy alleyway. Now, it is now filled with 6 horses. Norman is skitting behind. He has kind of ignored Dacius at this point. He hasn't really paid him any attention whatsoever. He's kind of just shrugged off and sneered whenever he's done something.
Huh.
Can I make an insight check on Norman to see why
Norman.
he's acting so skittish? Or
Roll, yeah.
Do I have a horse my size then?
what are we now? 12.
Norman just looks at Norman. He's doing his Norman stuff. He's been Norman as much
Norman
as you know of him.
Norman's gonna
Yeah.
know
He's
him.
Norman.
He's Norman, and he just is his usual weird self. Like, you know he's strange. You know that he's different. You know there's something off about the guy. But right now it just looks like he's being Norman.
Okay.
Is there a horse tailored to my size?
There's a horse tailored. Everything is tailored perfectly for each of you. You can
Don't
tell.
need a ladder. I don't
You
need a
can
ladder.
tell which one is for who. Like there's a large war
You're-
horse for Aratir. There's a sleek, speedy steed for Codeine. There is a small Shetland type pony for you. There is a
Black Beauty for me.
a muscular black horse for Talazar. And then there is a horse adorned with some beautiful kind of silks and like the reins are kind of like frilly and there's like some lovely.
A fancy dressage
The
horse.
bit in the horse's mouth has these beautifully engraved suns on it. It's full on. The saddlebags and everything got these ablaze suns on them.
Let's just pin that for some fan art, not looking at anyone. Not
Just draw this
looking
one
at
horse, you
anyone.
guys. Not us, the horse and my goldfish.
Yeah.
What's Norman's horse like? Or is it even a horse?
Norman's horse is a horrible, decrepit-looking nag.
Oh, what's the name?
It
Arvat
looks
from
pretty
Skyrim
fucking
in the
sick. It
Soul
looks
Cairn.
the horse looks pretty ill, but it's upright. It's there. It's waiting for Norman to get up on it. but
I'm
it's-
sure Norman is going to have a very good time.
Yeah, Norman is just like, and he walks over to the horse like, hello, and what is your name?
Loran goes behind and goes, I'm Steve.
Steve, you say. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Maybe I'll have some good conversation on the road.
Please tell me he gets on the horse and faces the wrong way.
I don't like
Does
it
now.
when you preempt the DMs.
Sorry.
I'm only joking. I'm gonna give a shit. So you all mount up, ready to go.
Yep.
Your bags are packed with provisions. There's food. There's some of you already have tinder boxes and stuff. Don't you already?
Right,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Has he given us any kind of like healing potions or anything like that? Or has he given us anywhere in
Seems to
threshold that we
indicate that
could...
he had
Do you want to
equip us.
request anything from the
I was just going to request some basic rope and
I have
maybe a healing.
Yeah, but we get more
Yeah.
while he
Take your
can give us
fucking roll.
anything.
Oh no, I only
He
have
has a
silk
good-
rope.
actually,
Sorry.
no, sorry.
So do you need healing potions?
Yes.
Just I just say spare what you can. We're not looking to push our luck.
You hear a clinking in all of your saddlebags, and each of you have one healing potion.
Ooh, I now have 4.
You 4.
Well, I had 3 on me.
Jesus Christ.
I had none, so this is probably
Oh,
good.
Pete.
I assume they're lesser. They're not like
Yeah, they're not.
standard.
They're not. They're
Yeah.
just standard healing potions. You're well equipped for the road.
Potion of healing 2d4 plus 2. I just found out that there is an ear horn of healing.
Yo, I need that.
For me being deaf, that would be amazing.
Norman mounts the horse, obviously backwards, and then rights himself around so he can talk to Steve, and just leaves. Norman's gone. He's like,
He's gone off ahead of us.
he doesn't care. He's gone. Norman's gone. And that's just like, yes. I would suggest you follow him and make
The
sure
shade.
everything is above board. Good luck. Thank you. I will be in touch and I hope to see you soon. I will not say the fate of the land rests on your shoulders, but... And he just turns and walks in through the door and closes the door behind him.
Oh,
I think he was implying that.
Oh,
I
really?
just start trotting off after Norman.
It's the implication.
Should we go back and ask?
I think I should have asked for something to display to King Gregor about the danger. That's
We have no evidence. I was thinking that
The
like we go up,
vial, yeah.
we show up,
No,
and he's
it's
gonna
fine.
go.
It's fine. We'll be fine. Why wouldn't he believe us?
Okay, Lauren says we will be fine.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to carry it anyway. I don't want that thing anywhere near me. So,
Put it in the bag.
Talazar, when we are describing the infection that visited upon us, are you aware of the nature of that religion, or can you give examples of its figureheads to King Gregor, if we ever get to?
We were all there. We can all describe what happened.
You did roll a history check on the
Oh,
back,
that's right, yeah,
So
yeah.
Do you want to roll a history check now?
Yeah, if you want.
We could go back and knock on the door and ask him for kind of evidence.
Let's see.
I think
You've
he's-
already started
he's
to move on.
pieced
You're on
out,
the
yeah.
horses.
Damn it.
History. 19.
Yay!
Oh.
To make my way
whispers.
around.
Whispers.
Stop.
Whispers.
Oh, Jesus.
dear, this is
Oh,
gonna
Jesus.
This is awkward. Okay.
When we go la la la.
Yeah, well, you don't have
Nah,
to go
it's
la
okay,
la la
it's
when you're
fine.
mean.
Yay. I'm gonna have an egg. I haven't had an egg all day.
Just gonna have an egg. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Yum, yum, yum. Who? Doesn't know.
Don't listen.
I wonder if this is in the equipment. I
Yeah.
want to see if this thing is in the
At the
equipment.
moment, I got combat spells. I also do.
Well,
Okay.
But I didn't have it on me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wayne, is this an
my,
official
my
D&D?
ear is suitably tickled.
Will this be in the equipment?
That version of it won't. That
Okay.
that version won't be with that spell, but the actual thing is. It should be anyway. It's in the books.
Oh, okay,
It's in
okay.
the books.
You can customize the equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put it in later, but hold on to the cards. That's
Yeah, I
yours
will,
to
I
hold
will.
on to. So
So are we officially riding now on horseback?
you are all on horseback.
Yeah.
Horseback.
I just want everyone to note that it looks like Laurent has been doing dressage since he was like 2. He is riding this horse like perfectly well, like real well. This is his thing.
As you look ahead, you notice that Norman is riding the horse like this.
Like a monkey humping a
Like
football.
he has no fucking clue what he's doing. And the horse, it looks like it's going to keel over at any point. Each of these horses represents your personalities or your class perfectly. So it's like your horse is a very hairy Shetland pony. It's one of those kind of like the long white manes with the shaggy red kind of body and stuff like that. So
It has bits of like, you know,
it's
plant
actually
growing out of it.
it's
maybe?
very similar to you, and there's a few twigs and stuff, and it's a green leather saddle, the whole lot, like, you know, it's a full on. So each of them kind of represent what you are, which is what, because as you could gather from what Dacius and from his abode, again, it's an extension of him.
Yeah.
As Laurent rides along, you see that the goldfish is still
Yes.
suspended in the ball of water, and it continues
So
to follow
good.
you like a little satellite
Aw.
as you ride
What did you
along.
call your goldfish?
I named it.
You make your way through the city of Threshold. And again, as you remember, it is a shit box of a town. There's boarded up shops, there's homeless people everywhere, bums, drunkards. The town's guard don't look in any way interested in what's going on. They don't care. It's a dead end town. You make your way towards the main city gates, and the guards that you remember from the day before are still there, very nonchalantly leaning against the portcullis. They don't give a damn. And Norman is already kind of sped ahead, haphazardly zigzagging across the main thoroughfare. So you are on the road,
On the road
from
again.
Threshold. On horseback, you ride through the countryside. It's a pretty regular countryside up to this point. The roads are a bit kind of, they're not really kept very well, because coming out of Threshold, it's obviously it stretches out. That kind of dishevelment reaches out certain parts outside the city.
The initial road was a bit shit.
A bit shit. There's a bit of cobble here and there, but the horses are well shoed, and you eventually catch up to Norman, who manages to get Steve under control, and you are travelling as a group. can I get the order? Who is where in the order on the road? So we have Norman. Norman was up front, but you've caught up with him. So where are we at now?
I think I'm either behind Norman or in front because I'm real good at riding horses, real good.
Do you want to take the lead here? So we have Loran in the lead.
I'm going to bring up the rear
Oh.
for
That's what
detection.
she said.
Norman is following Loran. So who's behind Norman?
I'll go behind Norman and bear the
Talazar.
brunt of his stench.
Thank you, Talazar.
You're
And then we have
Truly no man could do more.
I'd like to stay second last. Just
second last. So that's Alex here, and then we have Ogan.
awesome.
Ogan, and then Cody. Awesome. So you're not necessarily riding all single file. You're kind of mishmash, like spotty throughout the kind of road, and just in that general order. And as you go, it's still early morning. It's around 11 a.m. and there's no really many people on the road. It's a nice countryside. It's a lot of green, rolling fields, and broken up by a few trees here and there. You've passed Threshold Forest, which is in the opposite direction. As you go, you see that it's a beautiful blue sky. You do see clouds off in the distance, but there's nobody else on the road apart from yourselves. And the road is yours. So do you just want to converse? Do you just want to keep going? You putting the foot down? What do you want to do?
Loran, sing us a song.
Yeah, I was thinking
sing
that.
a song.
That's
Play some
fair.
music.
Yeah, I think he can ride hands free, and he's going to play his new Fancy's Turn and play
Cool.
him all a song.
Grant.
It's basically Smoke on the Water, but on a loop.
I am now going to have to go and
This
trawl
is a
to
joke from
the
a
internet.
It exists because we did this in a previous game a long time ago.
The music that is now accompanying this as you're listening to it is Smoke in the Water playing on a lute. So check this out.
Twing, twing,
the sky.
Twing, 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 twing.
Dear Lord. Loran is singing "Smoke on the Water" very melodically, not so much like the original that you're aware of, or from a different existence altogether. It's very melodic, very beautiful.
That's a lovely Disney that you just played there.
It's like a scene from a Disney movie. As Loran is playing "Smoke on the Water," there's bluebirds twittering around, woodland creatures kind of come out of nowhere and just sit there and like as you ride past. It's a beautiful troop of people as you go along. And Norman, right in the middle of everything, who is just like, I do not understand this noise. It should be melodic and fun, but I don't like it.
Your voice sounds terrible.
What do you like, Norman?
Normal things.
I like the wails of my enemies.
I thought you said whales.
I heard that now, and I'm thinking.
I do like whale songs.
Whales are good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I could
It's
sing
the-
some whale
It's
songs.
the ooh.
How long is the journey from
3
Threshold
days.
to Threshold?
3 days at normal. If you put the foot down, you'll get there in just over 2.
Okay.
I say we put the foot down.
You will have to camp along the way.
Okay.
I'm willing to plow through so long as the horses look like they can do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to push the horses too hard.
The only horse you would have any worry about would be
Yeah.
We worry about Norman daily.
somebody else, I suppose. So, what did the group want to do at this point?
Lawrence were like, we could push on till the evening and then camp. I'm happy to ride through the day.
Yeah.
As am I. I'd like to hear if anybody's got any history in the city that we should be warned about.
How do you mean?
Who has been in Terrismore? Were you in trouble there? Will you be seen there?
I was not in trouble. I was just there.
Okay. Are we, apart from the obvious, are we going to be conspicuous? Are we going to be picked up? Are we expecting trouble?
I don't think so.
I don't
I just point at Norman and say if you want conspicuous.
We could put a different hat on him, maybe.
I think we're going to be.
Is he still wearing his
as
fair
much
hat?
as
What?
we
Is
can
he
be.
still wearing his party hat too?
Norman is still wearing his party hat. This is what happens, Roy, when you miss a game. You wear a party hat.
A normal party hat.
A normal party hat. There's nothing special about this party hat. No. Now, So you ride on throughout the day. You pass a few people. You start to pass as the road leads further on. It becomes more well kept and more cobbled. And
Travellers going down.
there are a few people going back and forth. Very few people going to the direction of Threshold. They generally you're passing on crossroads. And you do see a few campfires. You're overtaking people. There's people on foot. There's a few people on horseback going in different directions. You pass a few people. I think they nod and they wave. And there's general country folk going about their day. Nobody of any kind of notice. You were probably the strangest people on the road at this point. Where you are on the map, anyway.
Are we close enough to start seeing any festivities or to detect any excitement about the?
No, you're still a good 2 days ride. You're coming towards the end of your day.
Are
still
we
2 days ride.
passing mostly humans, or are there any?
It's mixed. So you have a mix. There's some dwarves, there's some humans, one or two. You saw one tiefling, who seemed
Rare.
very rare, but the tiefling was going towards the mining village up north, and they looked like they were packed for mining.
Okay. No half orcs.
No half.
Good.
Yeah.
So, do you want to? It's now approaching kind of dusk. Sun is starting to set.
Set up camp, I think.
I think so.
Get off the beaten track and have a nap.
Are there no towns along the way we could get an inn at?
Not at this
Okay.
road, no. Not at this road.
Okay.
So, I need you to roll a survival check, everyone.
That sounds suspicious.
D12.
Hey, I'm actually pretty good at this.
Grand.
You roll.
Orange mustard ab.
I knew I was going to do that.
What did you get?
Fucking
Oh
You have died of dysentery.
no! Your jacket is down.
Oregon Trail. Fuck off.
Turns out you're allergic to fur. You died.
I got 4.
13.
12.
10.
So,
Jesus, I rolled the highest.
Hey, what does P mean?
Proficient.
Proficient.
Okay, I'm proficient in it.
doesn't matter, you roll one.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I still roll it.
+4
Yeah,
to it.
so
I got a 5.
Ogun, you're basically looking for a place to camp, a nice campsite with a bit of shelter. Ogun wanders off into like the bushes, and you just hear him like growling, like as if he's stuck somewhere. Tom, you do find a nice shady spot, kind of there's a clump of trees, and it's to the side of it, and you find that spot there, and you kind of go, well, this is a good place to set up camp. The rest of you are kind of wandering, just trying to find a nice area, but Tom manages to find a place with a bit
I
of
call
shelter.
everybody over just to
Yeah.
Set up
Let
camp.
them know.
And it's kind of starting to get dark. Less and less people on the road. Night falls. So, do you want to turn in for the night? Does anyone want to take watch? What do you want to do?
I only need 4 hours sleep.
That's fine. Yeah. So, what do you want to do?
Is it dark now?
Because it's
Wanna
dark.
build a
Night is
fire?
falling.
I'll take the first watch.
Have you built a fire?
Fire.
Have you built a fire?
Sorry, I presumed we'd already.
Fire's
done a
built.
smoke. Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
cooking
not stuck
any
in the
pocket
bush then.
bacon
We've
that's
been
in
on
my...
Tinder.
Hot bacon.
I
Okay.
thought you were going to say I was stuck in the bush, needed help. Okay.
You eventually got out of the bush.
Oh, cool, that's
A
right.
few cuts and bruises here and there. Not
Start-
poison ivy or anything like that. But
I don't mind taking the
parsing
first
about
watch.
the bacon.
okay, you're all eating your bacon.
Sure.
And
So once everybody's asleep, I'm going to take the first watch. I have night vision up to 100, dark vision up to 120 feet now.
that's great. I need you to roll a perception check.
Well, I was going to do first watch with her.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
It's bad
you,
to
can roll,
do.
you can both roll perception.
Ah, cool.
Midway through their first watch, I'll go.
Oh, God.
Perfect. Right, I got 15.
15.
I rolled a 2. I got a 1.
Okay.
I'm not that
so,
perceptive.
you're sitting there and you're pretty well concealed in where the site that Salazar found. Aratir is snoring loudly.
Moran was also sleeping, and I think curling up to Artir a little bit.
Snuggled into Aratir's armour around there. Like,
Safe
they're all-
underneath my
Norman is off standing to the side,
Looking at a
looking at a tree. He hasn't been. He's basically since you set up
With his
camp.
hat
Norman
blowing in the
hasn't
soft breeze.
moved yet. Norman hasn't moved. You just see the tassels from the top of his party hat just kind of like softly blowing.
I just
in the
text
wind.
Ryan to ask if he could show up in a party hat.
Norman is
God,
just
no,
off
me
the side.
spoilers.
His party
He's not
hat is
gonna.
just like blah, blah, blah. So, your first watch goes pretty straightforward. Nobody passes on the road, which is You're about 20 to 30 feet off the road, but you're concealed by some shrubbery. Not shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
Small fence. No, and some trees which give you some cover. The fire is slightly died out. You've kept it kind of to embers. Halfway through your watch, Talazar awakens from his trance.
Every time.
I just start going into a silent disco.
See Bez in the corner. It's just like.
There must be a reason that he's free from this threshold. I'm gonna stop now. That's it. Never again.
You bed down for the night after your watch has ended, and Talazar's begins. Is there anyone waking up with Talazar? Are we leaving him by himself?
I'm not waking up.
You're not waking up. Aratir's probably sleep.
I just want to actually
Norman might
inspect
be-
Norman
Yeah.
to see what he's doing.
So Norman is just standing there. And you just hear him muttering.
Can I decipher what he's saying?
You can't. Well, what languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and Goblin.
Nope, you have no clue what he's saying. As you approach him, do you do anything?
No, I just wanted to observe him for like a couple of minutes just to see what he's doing.
He just stands there. It looks like he's talking to the tree.
What I want to do before I go to sleep is use druid craft to kind of make the flames a little bit more warmer, and because you were saying they were dying down, and I'm going to curl up and go to sleep right near a nice warm fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's like a bolster to the fire, and Ogun kind of curls up.
I can just picture him like doing the little circle.
Yeah.
Exactly it. That's exactly.
Yeah, just making.
I would recommend not leaving down the bag of holding, because I've got an idea to climb into it and go for it.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't. You could suffocate in there.
My
He
head
could
would be
actually.
You
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Say so on the camera.
He will. So
You will
suffocate.
suffocate.
So
I then just want to just sit probably and just kind of watching the nearest open area that leads
Okay,
down
roll
towards.
a perception check.
Uh-oh. I don't like top
10.
rolling anything.
10. As you're sitting there, you hear the distant and a rider mills past your area. Doesn't even see you as they fly past. You just see
Someone looking to just get out
gone
of
in the
there.
night, just through the night, gone, going in the direction of Terrismore.
Okay.
I
didn't get to catch what they looked like. It was very dark. Or was
Not
it?
with that roll, no.
No.
You just see a cloaked figure just riding full tilt in the direction of Terrismore.
Okay.
And the rest of your watch goes normal.
I can keep going because I've only had 4 hours.
Aratir, you hear like a over the corner, and Aratir wakes up.
That probably
Stretches.
wakes me
Right.
up as well then.
Okay. No, you can go back and sleep if you want.
No, it's good. You want to go watch things?
Sure. How are things going, Talazar?
And noticed a rider heading in a very rushed, very fast direction towards Terrismore. So
Could be
didn't really say or see anything.
Just the one?
Just the one. Didn't see anything else. Nothing out of the ordinary so far.
Do you think we should be worried?
We're in a dangerous land as it is.
Okay.
It's always good. It's always good to be a bit cautious.
Yeah, okay, well then maybe one of us keep an eye on the general road direction for the rest of the watch, and the other two. Were you staying up?
I would say no.
Okay, the other two can keep an eye on the camp and arrange us.
Yeah.
I'll watch the road.
You're watching the road.
Yeah.
Where's the round one?
I think he's sticking an arrow here.
Okay, and you're just.
I'm just going to stay around the camp.
I need you all to make a perception check. No, you're asleep.
we're sleeping.
Oh, I'm asleep, yeah.
We need 8 hours.
18.
21.
5.
Oh, no.
Aratir's looking on the road, so since you turn around, Norman's gone.
Oh fuck!
Norman's
Oh,
gone. You hear, because you rode so high, both of you hear a rustling off into the kind of the forestry area. Norman, you can just hear.
I got chasing off after the
Where are
same.
you going?
Where are you going?
You rode.
No, I know,
high
but he
into
doesn't
the-
understand why he's chasing him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where are you going?
Norman's gone!
Oh, he's just that way. He's fine. He's probably going for a Maz.
Oh god.
Well,
I just want to just go
That's
in
our
the
way.
general direction of the sound.
Don't watch him have a Waz. That's weird.
think saying was is weird.
Moran was like a
I'm pretty
child.
happy
He
with
could
it.
not say like.
Yeah. Ah.
Norman can't be trusted to be on his own.
So you're gonna watch him was every time he has to was.
If we have to.
Yes.
No!
That's weird.
Have you met Norman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one who actually
We need to
likes
have
him.
a discussion about
Yeah,
what you
we
see as
do.
Norman or normal.
He is
Yeah.
Normal Norman. I just want to kind of just go, kind of skirt around to see if I can go, because I've got quick enough movement.
Stealthily?
Maybe.
We'll see.
Roll your stealth check.
Come on, thanks, gods.
21.
Oh! Like a hot knife in butter. He slides into the shrubbery. And it's around. And you see
I'm trying to come at the point of, if that's going in a straight line, I want to try and come at the point.
you're arcing around
Yeah.
to where you think the noise is going. You got like Loran, or they don't even see you go. You're just like gone, and you go in, and you can see a dark shape in the corner of like a small little area of shrubs, surrounded by some trees that you assume is Norman.
There's no light or anything from the canopy.
It's
It's just,
pitch dark. It's the canopy of the trees around. You just see this dark shape.
and I just kind of whisper out, Norman, Norman, to try and see if I can get the attention of the shape.
Is that you, Stephen? Stephen?
At this, yes, it's me. Come, Norman.
Ah, yes. 1 second. And you just see. Rubs his hands on some shrubbery.
And I stealth my way back.
I was just taking a whiz. Norman makes his way back out towards where you guys were. You come in from the side. He's like, he comes in. He's like, "It's Stephen."
Who's Stephen?
He ignores you and he just walks straight to where the horses are. He starts to converse with Stephen.
I turned to you and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
You say that as if I asked you to do it. Am I still unlocked with Aaron's here, hanging out?
Yeah. So the rest of the evening goes without any kind of event. Pretty clear evening, apart from that one lone rider that you saw and Norman having a piss.
Bastard.
I will say this: when you saw, because you rolled time of perception and you rolled high enough stealth, when you saw him peeing, the smell and the steam and it was just acrid, horrible,
He's not well.
acidic.
Oh my
It's
god.
like see a doctor type shit. Like really bad. Like horrible, like worse than normal pee smell. You're talking like
Proper ammonia.
full on ammonia, burnt human flesh
Like-
stench.
Damn, son, you got some fucked up kidneys.
Yeah, full on, like, you know, lay off the
That boy has to clap.
Yeah, full on. So Norman spends the rest of the night conversing with Stephen, while the Codeine and Ogan have a sleep, and you then finish your watch. Sun rises, and you have your breakfast. You pack up, back on the horses, back on the horse.
Need to do that before that's important to get up, change my spells. So I wanted to do this before we left. We didn't have time. I'm casting Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Need to have the chat with the horses.
You want to talk to all the horses?
To the horses and just get them all together and just explain the situation. And would it be okay with them? Is like if they could have like we need to get to what the places we're going to again.
Terrismore.
We need to get Terrismore really really fast. We're going to be pushing you lads if it's okay. But there'll be extra feed when we get there if they could kind of give it their all. Also I want to the fish.
I'm already pushing the fish.
I'll have a big huge chat and find out their names and see if his name is Stephen as well. And then also I want the goldfish. Well, I need to find out that these animals are okay.
Fish is gonna haunt me.
Okay. Also, are the horses cool with that? You know, like just kind of giving it their all and kind
Can
of.
I ask to speak to horses? Do
I can read it.
Do they speak back?
They do, and it's up to the DMs. Well, they don't actually get the ability to speak, but I understand. I'll get it for you now.
They speak in their natural voice and he
Yeah, but I
understands
understand them and they understand me, and you can. Where is it now? You think I would have left it open? But thankfully it's
Session
alphabetical.
3-way, this is where things get weird.
This is where we get
This
more
is open
comfortable.
world,
with
you
it.
know. We're past the point of no return at this point. So, the horses turn to you.
There you go, Wayne.
All of them apart from Stephen.
Stephen, yeah.
All of them apart from Stephen. Thank you very much.
Oh.
No.
Stephen's
What's their
there. Yeah.
attitude like? Are
speak
they
with
a
animal.
bit naked?
Speak with-
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
That was terrible. Dad joke, you can have it.
Last for 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, but I only wanted it for a bit just to. There's a couple of things.
Okay.
Grand. So,
Loran's horse just hums. Your horse speaks directly to you. Cody's horse doesn't trust you. Salazar's horse gives you some really nice fortune cookie wisdom.
awesome.
Aratir's horse just grunts at you. And Stephen just takes a shit. Your horse tells you that all of the horses will comply. That's what they're here for. They're here to comply with what you need and get you to where you need to go.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Just thought it'd be nice to, fellow animals, like just asking. That's all.
Yeah.
Now the important thing is the fish okay?
The fish
Yeah.
tells you it's okay.
No, and
What's
what's
your
his
name?
voice like?
The voice.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to come up with a spell of like give animal a voice.
All right. Here's the fish.
Oh,
Hello. I'm a fish.
Are you okay?
Can you tell him I said hi?
I will.
The fish swims around and then goes, hello. I'm a fish.
The fish is good.
Is he
What?
hungry?
What's your name?
Hello. I'm a fish.
He has a first and second name.
Okay.
His first name is Hello.
Hello, got it.
Yeah, and the second name is just a fish. Yeah. I don't think you'd mind if you fed him. Just don't overfeed him, and maybe get him a bowl.
But this is good.
I like the floaty.
Yeah.
No, just in case that might not last
It's a
long.
bit conspicuous.
Magic doesn't tend to last long. Just in case.
I
But if it ever breaks, I commend it for you. Don't
some
worry,
fish
free of
food
charge.
into the. Did he like it?
I'm presuming he did. Do you like it?
It was lovely.
Yeah.
This is happening, everybody.
Yes. Right. Anything else?
Hello.
I can.
I'm a fish.
One more important thing. He's a
Yeah.
fish.
Oh, that's good to know.
That's good to know. Last thing I want
does he
to
have
know
to sentience even know that he's a fish?
is there
Douglas Adams isn't writing this fucking story. You're not going to get that deep. And the bowl of petunia said, not again.
last thing? Looking in the trees, is there kind of any bird animals that might be, because it's kind of like the sun's coming up, right?
Yeah,
So
there's birds and everything in the air. Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
kind
it's
of ask them, did they see anything or hear anything out of the ordinary? Ask them. They might not, because they're animals, but cool. Well, I can speak with animals, so
good. Yeah, you can. The birds basically tell you that nothing strange happened last night, bar that one rider that went past really full tilt late in the evening.
Did they know anything about it?
See anything? Well, I'll probably not. But
I'm going to do this. I'm gonna
He's
roll-
rolling for the
I'm
birds!
rolling perception for the fucking birds, and I've got no character sheet.
Hang on, I'll get you a
Birds are
raven.
very
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it. Hang on, I'm gonna gurp it. And see.
Mandibles.
Natural 1.
Oh.
The birds saw a rider, and that's all they saw. Caw-caw!
that's good. Just was kind of curious. Have a good day. Here you go. It's a worm. No, okay, I'll have it then. Thanks very much. That's me done.
Okay. You are all ready to hit the road?
Yep.
You hit the road.
I
Take
can't
two.
believe what I've seen, but let's do this.
Wait, this is for future. Just that I will eventually. Not, I can't do it yet, but I will do it eventually. Just prepare yourself.
Hang on, which one?
It's above that. Speak with, and it begins with a P. So that might happen in the future.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Okay,
Right.
so you hit the road day 2, and again it's cookie cutter of the previous day, but there are a few more bodies on the roads now.
I wanted to just shout out of one of them, just any tales of the road, anything happening.
What of the river mock?
Yeah, yeah. Hail and well met.
The person you shout this to is a very brightly dressed dwarf who's heading in the same direction you are, and he's like, "Hey, well met, man, well met. Are you all heading to Terrismore for the celebrations?
Aye.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hell of a party. I cannot wait. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna get so fucking drunk."
Just plead into that stereotype. Are you travelling from Threshold yourself?
That shithole, no fucking way. I'm coming from my house. I live about 20 miles that way. Fucking Threshold. Who the fuck would find themselves at Threshold in this day and age? What a shite box. Don't tell me, hang on, you're not from Threshold, are you?
I am. No,
No.
I'm not from there. I just live there. Sorry.
Sorry for your troubles.
It's okay. I'm out now. I have new friends. This is my family. This is my fish. His name is Aloe.
Alright. Fucking travelling weirdos. Like, yeah, Terrismore is, everyone's going there. It's a big, massive party.
How is King Gregor these days?
Gregor? Well, he's the founder of the feast, I guess. Yeah, he's fine. He's like, long may he reign and all that, you know. Like, he put money in my pocket. I was a poor farmer for a long time, and then all his, like, reparations came around, and everyone's now swimming in it, love. Oh, swimming in it.
Have you met any strange people on the road since you've been travelling?
Apart from you.
Well, apart from us.
Aye. Well, no. Like I said, I left my house, like, you know, this morning.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
I live.
Probably thinks Norman's strange.
Yeah.
Who doesn't think Norman's strange?
Who would think that?
Which
You
one is?
need to be
I
educated,
have no
child.
idea who this Norman person is.
This is Norman.
I just point.
Oh. Right.
Do you like his hat?
I suppose it's like party wear. We're going to a party, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Right, I gotta get going. Right, I want to get there. I'm meant to be with my cousin. We're gonna get so shit faced. It's gonna be amazing.
Have a good one.
Safe travel. Safe travel.
Take care. Bye.
To you
Off
too.
Off you go. So you've met your dwarf, and he's told you that there's a massive party happening in Terrismore, and you're on the road for day 2. You can see the dwarf kind of goes ahead of you, but obviously, you on horseback, you overtake him pretty quickly. There are more and more people now on the road. You see that they're all dressed for brightly coloured, some carrying packages, some carrying large bundles, some of them horseback, some of them pulling carts. The road is getting busier and busier as you travel closer and closer to Terrismore. Now, it's not jammers. The roads are also getting wider the closer you get to the capital.
Mm-hmm.
More well kept, there's more people. You actually start to see a few city guards
Oh.
pocketing around the place.
Alright.
Throughout day 2, there seems to be actually, closer and closer you get, there's merriment on the road. Like, people are actually starting the party early. You know?
I
Walking drinks.
Walking drinks.
I probably know about the reparations, but could you re-explain it to me? What King Gregor did?
So for easy history, everyone generally in the land would know this, so it's not that I'm not going to
Right.
make you roll for it. So, King Gregor's reign has lasted for 100 years.
Yeah.
And when he took over from his brother, he brought in these reparations that taxed the very wealthy to help the poor pull themselves up from destitution. Initially, it was met with kind of resistance, but the kingdom had just come out of a war, a very, very serious and long war under the King Gregor's brother, King Vestus. And this is 100 years ago, so we've seen close to nearly 100 years of peace and prosperity in the land. Now, it hasn't touched every corner of Terrismore or Terrischilar as a whole.
Right.
It's mainly just contained around the mining towns, the main capital city, and a few of the farming towns. But most of that continent of Terrismore is in wealth. Threshold being the very small exception, because it's off the beaten track of where the wealth is. So the wealth isn't willing to go there. But you see, as you get there, it's becoming more and more opulent.
Opulent.
Waited for that. I left the moments. It's all in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it's people are starting to look better dressed. They're wealthier looking. They look healthier. They look well fed. And as I said, it's like their party is starting on the road to Terrismore. People are starting up with small encampments. There's campfires going. People have like large game on a spit and stuff. It's like the party is, you're getting there. So it looks like everyone's having a really, really good time. It's a happy road. So it comes towards the end of your second day's journey. You've been going on a pretty good tilt, so you've made a good kind of process. You're actually going to probably, if you're by your guesstimates, you're going to arrive in Terrismore midday tomorrow.
Okay.
The banquet is taking place that evening. So the third day, the banquet's going to be taken that evening at around 8 p.m. So you're guessing you're going to get there about midday at this current pace. So the sun is setting. You can actually see multiple campfires around the roads. There actually aren't as many places to camp because there's more and more people.
It's busy, yeah.
It's busier. So do you just want to...
Can I make a perception check to try and see if there's any kind of areas that we can...
That's what I'm going to say. If everyone rolls a survival check, we'll see how high you get, see what kind of a place you get.
14.
3.
12.
17.
17.
14.
18 actually.
18, okay. Yeah, you actually managed, off the side of the road, you find in a small enclosed area, away from a large group of the fires, where the party seems to be happening. It's like you're at a festival. It's like it's the Dungeons and Dragons version of Woodstock, as far as you're concerned. There's like more and more campfires the deeper you go in, but you managed to find an enclosed area where you can camp for the evening, where you're away from a large group of people.
But are we close enough to be able to see the road and have?
The road is off to one side. The encampments are over here. You see like pockets of people. People are congregating amongst each other. They're having a good time. They're sharing their drinks. They're sharing their food.
Can we kind of like see Terrismore from here?
Or
are we not that close?
No, you're not that close just yet. You'll probably start seeing it. Start to see the towers of Terrismore probably early tomorrow morning.
Okay.
What's the kind of population of the pockets that we're seeing? Is it
Just
just
mixed. Humans, dwarves, there's a few elves actually mixed in here as well. You actually do see one or two half-orcs, but they're well dressed, they're well kept, they seem to be, they're well mannered as well, and other people aren't reacting strangely to them in any way, shape or form. One or two halflings, a couple of gnomes, across the board. So across the spectrum, not as many tieflings. So
No,
you're an anomaly.
Yeah.
And like every now and again, people give you like a bit of a strange look, but they see the satyr, they see you dressed the way you are. They figured bard, okay,
Sure.
it's a party.
Yeah.
You know.
There's always got to be,
The party bard.
When's the bard? Get Tiefling getting here, guys.
It's that one annoying person who takes out the acoustic guitar at the party.
Anyways, Wonderwall.
bit of Wonderwall?
You know. So yeah.
Christ?
I went straight to Stairway to Heaven.
That sounds ruined for me.
Yeah.
So are we all sitting around together in the camp?
Yeah. Let's have a meal together.
Let's all have a group meal.
Norman is kind of sitting there staring at you all, and he's just chilling. Party hat's still on his head. It looks like it's slightly moist though. It's kind of wilting ever so slightly. The peak of it's like.
I'm just gonna try and cook for everybody.
Yeah, it's like when something has grease seeped into it, it just starts to get that kind of shade to it.
you're greasy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start cooking for everybody. Maybe get Ogun to jump in, throw some spices in.
Yeah,
if you can.
Oh, no.
Laurent kind of he sits cross-legged and kind of looks at you guys and he's like, so have you ever been to like a noble party before?
I'm just there busy cooking.
No. Not that I remember, but I feel kind of like I should have dressed up.
Yeah,
Or-
definitely.
Or maybe washed. It's been like a couple of months.
Well, you're going to want to wash
couple of months.
beforehand.
Well, proper wash.
And you're
anyway.
going to need new clothes.
Yeah,
Like, no offence, it's just...
I'm familiar enough with fancy parties. It's not something I've done for a while, but I can help anyone who's getting ready.
Do you all
it'll
know how
be-
to dance?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm not bad.
My
We learned.
dancing gets better with the ratio of booze that I imbibe.
I stand up and hold out my hand to Aratir.
I'm gonna take Laurent's hand. And we're gonna have a
here
boogie.
for this.
Okay, we're having dances by campfire.
I'm handing out food to people.
I would like to teach Artir how to waltz.
The satyr, knowing that you wanting to dance,
Oh wow.
levitates and starts to play a tune.
Oh.
And it's in upbeat, kind of like, not something, kind of a waltzy,
Golden
jivey
Brown by the
thing.
Stranglers.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've had a look at her and I'm
No,
like,
that's my song, so yeah, right there.
I'm like, I think
It's about drugs.
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah.
think
My
you'll
parents
be,
used to play that to put me to sleep at night.
Oh my
What's
god.
Oh, as long as they
Explains a
didn't
lot.
give you Golden
song
Brown.
is
Yeah.
It's just
Golden Brown by the Stranglers was the song they used to play to put me to sleep.
it's a waltz. There are very few waltz rock songs.
Yeah, well, it's also one of the best songs.
I need to
I've
find the
heard.
loot version of Golden Brown now.
Yeah,
For God's sakes.
I,
okay.
I apologise in advance for standing on you.
It's
because it
okay.
will happen.
So, how
That's
tall is Ram?
I'd say he's not too tall. I'm gonna go about 5'5", 5'6".
So we've got a 5'6".
And I'm a good foot taller than
Yeah.
you.
So it's
He's like, I assume you'll be a lead, so I'll teach you the lead, and then
it's like the scene in
Okay.
Harry. It's like the scene in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire where Hagrid is dancing with the
Yeah.
head of the Bobat Academy, and it's like a giant woman, and then like a smaller giant, but it's still literally your head is resting generally in the boob area. And it's just like empty walls as you go around, and everyone is just sitting there. Norman is just like, I have no idea what's going on. This is it's so alien. It's like, I mean, yay.
I'm like counting steps, I'm teaching you the beats, I'm
Literally.
like, and like he is elegant, like proper elegant.
Elegant or eloquent?
Both.
Both.
Both is good.
There's lots of eloquence going.
Eloquence.
I need you to roll an insight check, please.
Oh.
Nine.
9. Okay. That's just for the DM. Remember? So yeah, Loran is waltzing away with Aratir, and everyone is like rocking from side to side.
I'm just kind of watching to see
You
if anybody's
found
coming towards us.
in the supplies, because it's a party, for some reason you found in the supplies that Dacius gave you a very nice bottle of brandy wine.
Yay!
You crack it out,
Let's
and
get
everyone's having
drunk.
drinks, and you know, there's dancing and
My dancing is getting better.
Yes. He's very proud.
and Norman is still just like, and his hat is still sitting there. It's slightly jaunty on one side.
I sidle towards Norman, kind of just, and ask him where he grew up and what he.
I feel like it's unfair.
That's what he looks
I
like.
feel like it's unfair with Ryan not here to be probing.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling the get a reaction out of here.
Where's the goldfish?
We're playing you like a sitar over there, Saturn.
I prefer if you ask me the goldfish backstory. And I have a whole notebook right now.
I just sidle over to Norman and I just ask him, does he feel comfortable going to the party?
Which party?
Are you aware of what we're doing today?
We are going to stop some evil.
Uh-oh.
I turn and walk away.
Did I hear that conversation?
Well, you're
roll perception. Because the Saturn is playing, they're dancing.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't actually
No.
walk away.
8.
No.
No, grab balls.
I just. What do you mean evil?
Well, what do you mean, evil?
Yeah, that's.
Evil. Well, we have been tasked with going to this place and telling this king of this evil that is infecting the land. That is our task. That's what we're doing. What party do you speak of?
Did you not hear what Trevelyan said?
We're going to a banquet of something
Do you know what a banquet is?
where we humans, people, things, we stuff our face with the food stuffs.
Close.
That's what
And,
it is.
and when he stops talking, I'm just gonna turn and start dancing with the rest of them.
Can I go over to talk to Norman?
Sure.
Norman, I want to ask you a question. Why did Trevelyan not engage with you, yet tolerated you. What are you to him? What was he?
Maybe Trevelyan saw him having a waz.
I have nothing to Trevelyan. Trevelyan is nothing to me.
The wizard was either on a charm offensive with us, or ignoring you in an unbothered way. Like, don't take this the wrong way, Norman, but you're a little different to us. And
I am exactly the same as everyone else. I am a normal man.
yeah, with some magical powers, and you'd imagine that wizard will be more interested in you than he was, and yet he didn't. He wasn't fond of your kind of strange behavior, but he didn't stop you either.
I am from a different. Kind of way than a wizard.
Does he consider you an ally?
He considers me nothing the same. He considers us all instruments. We are instruments to him.
Yeah.
I am a warlock.
That's new information, isn't
He
it?
is a wizard. I am
Yeah.
a warlock.
Right.
We are different.
Okay. All right. Out of character. What's the difference between a wizard and a warlock?
There's different kind
What's
of
your
trains.
character now?
So wizards read books
Right.
to learn magic.
And
Warlocks
warlocks
are
Warlock have
do
natural
looks.
use magic as well.
Basically, warlocks are granted granted magic by another being.
They have a deity that they follow, and they basically follow that deity. The deity gives them powers.
Yeah.
Sorcerers are also there's another version of the sorcerer, which is somebody
Natural born magic
users. Wizards are somebody who have to learn that they read books to become magic users.
Right. Okay. Good stuff.
They're
Thank
different
you.
things. So
And then-
Dassy Trevelyan,
yeah.
as far as Norman is concerned, is a wizard.
Yeah. Okay. As far as we're concerned too.
That's all they
That's
are.
interesting what you just said. Anyway. So okay.
Well, Dassy Trevelyan is a character again, just to, not to metagame in any way, shape, or form, but
Yeah.
he is a character that has been split across multiple planes
Yes,
of existence.
yeah.
So you don't know what he is.
No.
And he doesn't know what he is.
No.
In his mind, what the version you met of him, as far as he's concerned, he's a wizard.
I'm worried. Codeine is worried about Norman.
That's
Whatever we have to pass for bringing a bard to a party, no
Are you
problem.
saying this in front of everyone? Are you saying it in front of Norman? Are you having a
I'm-
conversation, or you side conversation with the
I'm
because I have to
setting myself up with you, but
apologies
yeah,
for
you have
this,
to
but
structure it.
I have to structure it in a way that if you're having this conversation, you have to do it to an aside, so Norman doesn't hear you if you wish to.
I am going to go as an aside to. I don't want to break up the dancing, but maybe I'll go to.
Trancing beside them.
Oh, okay.
As-
Okay, let's
Go
leave it at
sis.
I
As-
look
as a-
uncomfortable.
I was gonna say as an aside, like, we're dancing, but Aratir would be of the opinion if you were worried about something, she would want you to come tell her.
Okay.
She might be able to help.
Okay. I might wait. Norman is
Wait
off
till the
on his
song
own
finishes.
there.
Norman is sitting at the fire, cross-legged, just not like he's just there. They're dancing.
Okay.
He's dancing. Ogun is probably just chilling.
Chilling.
There's food been given
There's
around.
food and drink.
There's
I'll
brandy
participate.
wine has been passed around. Everyone's enjoying themselves. Norman is just being Norman, but he's
Yeah.
not moving anywhere. He's just sitting there.
I'm
he's giving
going
you
to-
the answers that he's given. So
Can I go to Aratir and draw her aside
if you wish to
Um,
have an
in a
aside.
Housewives TV show style? Can I borrow you for a second?
So you break up the dancing.
Yeah.
I
Well, let
do,
them
but
dance.
I kind of sidle
Oh,
over.
dance
I'm not
Can I roll a
completely.
perception check here? Just to kind of see what's happening here?
Okay. Roll a perception check. Yeah.
It's 14.
Yeah, you see Cody and Arthur go off to one side because you literally Cody had to come over and say, "Can I cut in for a second?"
Yeah.
And take Arthur to one side.
I want to follow. I'm not being stealthy.
Yeah, and I'm not bothered by Laurent coming over either.
Okay.
I just want to be out of shot of Norman. I'm worried about our approach for the banquet tomorrow. We are either going to pass as regular party goers and then kick into whatever plan we have, which we haven't made, by the way, or we're going to go in as an army, in which case that's fine too. If we do the first thing, Norman is not going to pass.
He has an invitation.
We all have an invitation.
We are normal partygoers. Why are you so...
It's the slime.
yeah.
It's the stench.
Norman, no, I will say this about Norman's character. Norman is not outwardly oozy. He's not oozing goo.
He's not drippings was good.
He's not dripping. I've not drippings with goo.
He was, but he isn't anymore.
He
was in his little blue boy suit.
Blue boy suit.
His little baby suit.
Little baby suit.
Yeah.
Can one of our magically inclined friends, like, I don't know, are you worried with how he looks?
And
That he will cause. Can one of our magically inclined friends, like, throw a glamour on him for a little bit?
I can.
Just so that he.
I'm partying. I'm not hearing any of this.
You're having all now.
little
These are off the one
less-
side. You're not.
Yeah.
You're
We'll say towards.
conspicuous.
Well, if I get a little bit
Yes.
further, I'll start
Well,
talking
it
to the
depends.
fish. That's all I've got to. That's all I've got to do.
It depends what our plan is. Why don't we go back and ask the others what our plan is for
consult
tomorrow?
with Norman instead of talking about him all the time? Why are you so afraid of talking to him?
I don't think she's afraid. I've
it's
gotten
not
some
a-
weird vibes off him.
I've got some
Yeah.
weird vibes out of all of you. I don't know who any of you are or what you do. Why is he any different? I don't trust you. I don't trust any of you really yet, but you're so focused on him because he looks a bit weird.
It's not just the looks, Lauren. It's not, and I mean, we are a group. We have decided
So we
to
should
be
have
a group
discussion
together.
with him.
Yes, let's bring him in. I think, depending on what we plan for tomorrow, before we have too much of this brandy wine, maybe we should come up with our plan.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
I don't think we need to. You're overthinking this, I think.
Yeah, but we still have to be able to approach King Gregor.
I can
and-
approach King Gregor.
How?
Well,
You're a
I'm good
bard
at
at
talking
a
to
party,
people.
yeah. The only thing is putting across the situation, Lauren, might be a bit of a challenge for you.
What do you mean?
You're incredibly festive, and that's absolutely the best thing about you. But this is a dire situation if we're
It's
being
pretty
told.
serious.
Do you think I don't understand?
No, I just think that they might dismiss you a little sooner than you might like.
Why do you think that? How long have you known me?
I don't really want to get into this. We've all known each other the same amount of time.
Yeah,
unless
but
there's
you think
anything
it's
else.
time to judge that someone else that you don't know wouldn't take me seriously.
I know people like this. I don't know King Gregor. I know influential people. I know important people. And I don't always like what I see. It's not us I'm worried about, it's them.
Let's just see what happens, will we?
Yeah, depends on what our approach is. Is our approach sneaking in? Is our approach declaring our intentions?
We
Why
don't
don't-
need to sneak in.
We have
Because
we have
we're
an
going to the
invitation.
banquet. It's access to the king. How do we think we're going to do that?
At this point, your group is interrupted by a large, not large, but like about 3 or 4 revelers, kind of off to the side, are like, "Hooray!
Are
It's
they
a party!
saying play Wonderwall?
Party!
Right,
It's a
okay.
party! Hey, you got a thing. It's an instrument. Like, let's play some music, man."
Can I come over and whisper you a question?
You want to ask the DM question? Yeah, sure.
Dun, dun, dun.
Reverse whispers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Reverse whispers.
Sorry.
She's not sorry at all.
To be fair, I didn't actually hear a single word he said to me when he whispered in my
God,
ear. Yeah. Oh
I wish
Jesus!
I
I
could
think
get
I
a
picked up
friend
about
as
like 2
good
words.
as Loran is to Norman. On the intrusion of the party goers, I feel guilty for breaking up the party. I realise we've still got tomorrow and a banquet to prepare for, and I apologise to these two.
Let's
and I
let
go-
loose!
And I go back, sit down, relax, and try and remember the lyrics to Wonderwall.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So the revelers prove to be a jolly bunch. They're not in any way intrusive or rude.
Are they like the levelers?
The levelers, revelers.
Oh man, I'm picturing them all looking like the levelers. Oh
Oh
man.
dear.
The rise that build walls.
Sorry, I blacked out there for a second. This is D&D. They'll be the level uppers, is what they would be. So you basically have a sing-song for the remaining hours of the evening. You individually start to fall asleep. Some in a drunken stupor, some consume more brandy wine than others. Ours here is the last one standing, just basically still knocking back the beers. And
Because of my incredible constitution when it comes to booze.
booze.
And I'm also giant.
And you give a go in the L Satirn, and it plucks along with you, and there's a bit of music and stuff like that. You're there by yourself, kind of just like singing as the sun rises, and you just doze off for a bit. And then everyone awakens roughly around the same time. You notice that the camps around you are starting to pack up. It's the noise from the camps that they're pack animals, and they're packing their stuff together, and people are kind of clearing up their campsites, and all the groups are starting to make their way towards Terrismore. You literally have half a day's ride to get there. So you haven't got far. Norman has been sitting up all night, hasn't moved from the same spot. He's just sitting there and he's poking the fire.
You ready to go, Norman?
Let's go. Yes.
When Laurent...
How's your horse?
Stephen is fine. Stephen has consumed the amount of those red round things and whatever they call them. Oranges.
Apples.
Apples, oranges, you know. And we're about to set out. I think, are we leaving?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Try to not fall off the horse.
Have I fallen off yet?
No, he's so drunk he's actually asking me a question. He can't remember.
So you's all mount up, ready to go?
Woo! I am wearing different clothes today.
Okay.
He's wearing a long kind of satin gold silvery kind of kimono. It's very, very elegant. And my cloak of billowing, which you gave to me before the campaign.
Yeah.
And I can take one turn to make it billow dramatically.
Oh my god.
I would also like to point out this as well. You found a very nicely embroidered cloak in the last session.
Perfect.
And Dacius did try to identify it, but there's no magical elements to it. It's just a really nice and
cloak.
expensive
Very
cloak.
good.
So you have that on. If you want to put that in your inventory, you have that as well. If you haven't already.
I feel incredibly underdressed next to
Don't worry.
Yeah, embroidered
We'll
cloak
find
is
you,
here.
You have it there?
Yeah.
We're going to go shopping and we'll find something to see.
There is more magical potion left if anyone would like some.
Keep some for Ryan.
So,
Ryan.
Yeah, keep a shot for Ryan.
Everyone have a shot at least, and keep a shot for Ryan.
I can open this one.
We have the gin as well. I have more gin over there as well, but I'm like, yeah.
Because Ryan's on the way.
Cheers. This is magical
Thank
potion
you.
mead we're having. Picked this up at Comic Con.
Cheers.
I can't believe they were selling.
For the hangover. We just got.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hair the dog.
Scientologists.
So.
Oh Jesus! Let's not mention the word.
So everyone hits the road, and you now see a caravan of people making their way towards Terrismore. Nobody is like the parties are there. Like there's people with wagons and stuff like that. But you're the only group on horseback. Everyone's walking or pulling pack mules or have their stuff loaded up on the carts. And around 10 a.m. because you woke at around 8 a.m. But about 2 hours later, you start in the distance. You can make it to towers of Terrismore. There are you can see 5 very large looming spires of the city. They're silver in the morning sun. They're shining like the silver spires of Terrismore. And Terrismore itself is a very large walled city, so you can make out. It's like you're looking at these 5 needles sticking up out of the horizon, and there seems to be a long line of silver around the base of those. So they're basically centered, and the long line of silver, which would be the wall of the city, runs along the horizon.
Okay.
Terrismore is a very large city, and there's a lot to it. As you approach, the crowds get thicker, but they tend to part when you're riding your horses. Everyone's in a very jovial mood for the centenary. Everyone's having a happy time. There's more people having it's like a road party as you make your way through. Around midday, you approach the city gates, and you can hear and smell the festivities. There's like large crowds gathered around outside. People are having encampments outside the city. It's like a huge. It looks like the city is in siege of a party. That's
You're
what it looks like.
tailgating, yeah.
Yeah, full on.
Spit meat everywhere.
Everything. Like it's a full on Renaissance fair outside the city and leading into the city as well, into the city gates. you can't see, as you approach the city gates, there are huge, massive portcullises. Every mile along this wall, which you can't see either end of, there are huge portcullises where there's just teams of people streaming in. And you're making your way in through this portcullis, and it's all around you. There's large banners of like this. You see what is the visage of the king with a golden crown sewn on the top, blue and gold. The shining spires, as you see them off in the distance as you came in, they just got bigger and bigger, touching into the skyline. The smell of the food hits you. It's like baked goods, meat, being cooked, fresh off the bone, spit animals like roast hog. Just all these scents hitting you because there's revelry everywhere. It's just a huge street party. You're not having trouble making your way through the city, but it's slow going. You make your way. People are just dancing in the streets. There's jesters and fools, and there's loads of different people just having a good time. Streamers. It's like a huge party.
We should find somewhere to stable the horses. There's no point trying to ride them through this.
I agree.
Are you looking for anywhere in particular? Or like, you do see, if you look around, in between, dotted amongst all the revelers are Townsguard or Kingsguard. You see them; they're dressed in what looks like it's like shiny gold armor with crimson cloaks and a helm, and they're all carrying a spear. And you notice the thing about them as well. They're all female.
Awesome.
They're all female. Every single Townsguard is a woman.
Sweet.
And they're all built. They have bare arms, and they're just muscle. And they've got long crimson cloaks. And their hair are tied in what?
They've right bare arms.
They're right to bare arms. Their hair is tied. Anyone that has longer hair, it's tied in a braid. There are some you don't see any hair. The helm is just over their face, and you just see their jawlines and then their eyes. But every single Kingsguard is a woman. And you do see them dotted amongst the streets and amongst the crowds as you go.
Are they chill?
They're smiling, they're happy, they're looking around them, everyone's having a good time. There's no real upset to the peace. It seems like a party. There's nobody trying to cause any hassle, everyone's enjoying themselves. There's no overly drunk people, there's nobody out to cause problems.
Nobody messy.
No. And like every now and again you do see the odd, like whoa, and the guard would just look, and the person would look up and they'd know from the stair. They just straighten themselves and off they go.
Okay.
Everyone seems to be taking these Townsguard pretty seriously. Kingsguard pretty seriously.
Can I talk to the nearest one?
Yeah. So you're still on horseback here.
I'm gonna dismount.
Dismount. Okay. So you dismount and you kind of push your way through the crowd.
Push my way through the crowd to the nearest Kingsguard. Okay, so we need to stable these horses. Anywhere you can recommend that mightn't be completely full, or somewhere close by that we can.
The guard is up on a pedestal, so they're looking slightly down on you, but they're smiling. They're happy out.
Okay.
They shift their spear across and they're like, well, the nearest inn and stables. If you kind of traverse up through the crowd that way and kind of head up towards the middle of the town square and then take a right. And then down a drop, you'll find the horse's bridle inn, and that's up that way. And that is actually an inn and a stable, as the name would suggest, I suppose.
Okay. And the shopping district?
Oh, the shopping district. Well, the shopping district is like through the main centre square, then off to the left.
Okay, so we'll hit the inn first. Stay with the horses, and then go shopping.
Okay, so Aratir, you dismounted, so you're leading your horse.
Yeah.
Are you going to remount, or are you going to just keep walking?
No, I think I'll lead my horse, and you guys can follow.
I did the same. I dismounted. Just
Well, Aratir is taking up a fair bit of real estate, so I mean, like it's like you're the 6.5 foot, close enough tall, half-orc barbarian is leading the party up through the town square, and people are partying away.
Yeah, people
happily, like they're not like scared, and they're just like revelry all around. And if people have noticed, Ryan is here.
Hey!
like the eldritch horror that he is.
It's all better now.
Bing! He just appeared out of nowhere, out of the ether.
That is not a special effect.
you were moving up through the town. You're heading up towards the horse's bridle inn.
Yeah.
You make your way around. There's again, the streets are packed. As you head down towards the horse's bridle inn, the crowd thins out because they're mainly taking up the main thoroughfare of the area of the city, whereas the side streets are packed, but not as packed. You have to move a bit more freely.
What state is the inn? Is it decent or is it shit?
Everything in Terrismore is decent.
Okay.
It's all well kept. There's a shine off everything.
Okay.
There's bunting everywhere, blue and gold bunting all over the place. It's just full on party town, but everything is welcome. Just think about the best sun holiday you've ever been on. That kind of crowd and brightness and revelry about the whole thing. People standing outside pubs, beckoning people in as you walk past. The horse's bridle inn is no different, except you notice on the side of the building it's got a huge kind of extra section, and out front there is a lot of poles where people can tie up their horses, and then there's a doorway, large double doors that lead into the stables. You can get the smell of the equestrian type stink of hay and manure and horses.
Oh, I thought that was going to be nice too, from the way you were saying it.
Well, no, it's some people like that smell. It depends on your kind of the way you are.
Oh, it's natural, but I just thought
It's earthy. It's natural. Horses are.
They might have some, special Febreze sprayers.
You're a Wolverine.
No.
You're a hairy creature in a pair of pants
I forgot.
And a shirt.
and a shirt. So but there is somebody outside. You see, kind of saying people, come in, drinks, blah 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 blah. It seems to be commonplace along all of the kind of celebratory areas, where people just want to drag in patronage into their own establishments, and the horse's bridle inn is no different. So, what do you guys want to do?
Go in, drop our stuff, freshen up, get a room.
Can we stable 6 horses and get 3 rooms?
Try and find someone in.
Do you want to make your inn?
I want to make the way into the inn just to find the innkeep and explain that we have 6 horses that we want to stable.
Okay. You make your way into the inn. It's busy. It's definitely obviously less busy than the streets outside, but there are a lot of people in here enjoying themselves, having food, drinks, the whole lot. There's multiple tables, so the bar is on the left hand side, and it takes up the majority of the left hand side of the room. On the rest of the room, then you have long tables, just basically long table, and 3 long tables, a section of tables, and they're filled with people. All kind of passing food between each other, meats and cheeses and whatever, all big mugs of ale, and skull, mixed races, dwarves, humans, elves, 1 or 2 smatterings of half orcs here and there, all having a merry time. You look over to your left as you walk in, and you see behind the bar there are numerous staff members, but there is one person that stands out from the rest. It's a very tall, elderly elven woman with long, shock white hair. Sharp features, but unlike, very uncommon, and most elves are very reserved, but she seems to have makeup, rouge on her face, wearing the general barkeep attire for a woman, a tavern wench type look, but she's slim, so she's not one of the typical buxom bar tavern wenches. She's a slim lady, but wearing the frilly kind of outfit, and she's there just looking around, big smile on her face, cleaning glasses, and she looks over and sees you enter and just beckons you in and kind of gestures towards the area saying, please, find a seat. We wish you shortly.
My good lady, I do wish to not impose upon you, but we are looking to stable 6 horses and booked 3 rooms for the night.
Well, okay, 6 horses we could do, but unfortunately, given the state of the city, we don't have 3 rooms. I think, let me see, and she looks through a ledger that's in front of her. I do have 1 large room and 1 smaller room that might suit 1 person, and the larger room would probably fit most of your companions.
Well, the large room would be suffice, and I want to try and persuade her to see if there's a bigger room besides the smaller one.
Oh, persuasion.
Yeah, you sound confident, Wayne.
Oh no.
I can't
5. She's like, I'm really sorry. Like, the city is packed to the gills, and like I'm amazed I still have this one large room left. But all these parties are small, so you have a large party. So we'll happily accommodate you in that one large room, plus the smaller room if you have any small animals you wish to keep in that room. That might be one.
I pointed at Ogun and I'm like, but could you not sleep outside? You don't need a bed.
Oh, I thought that was a given. I
No,
was going to
no,
sleep
no.
with the horses.
Well, we can all
They're
share.
actually really sound once you get to know them. Like,
We like
You
to
wish
sleep
in the
over.
stables.
well, I don't mind.
Okay.
You're short.
She kind of looks you up and down. She's like, which doesn't take long. And she's like, stables. Okay. Ulrich, do we have accommodations? Yes. Just okay. Are you house trade?
Very personal to ask.
Well, you see,
I kind of take it day by day, but at the moment, maybe.
our stables are clean for the horses, and we're especially we specialize in equestrian care. So you're not a horse. Well, from what I can see.
Okay, well you could still sleep in the room, but just not in a bed.
Yeah, I can sleep on the floor.
Our floors are perfectly adequate.
Sleep over.
I
Yeah,
pay the price then for the room.
For the large room, for everyone included, that'll be 2 gold.
Perfect. And I leave an extra gold for the
Oh, thank you
inconvenience.
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ulrich, please, any bags? Any bags? Thank you. Now, and so Frederick, yes, please tend to the horses. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Jesus, Jaws Berkeley. Thank you. Would you like any refreshments or?
No,
anything,
good day,
would you like to go about your day?
I am thankful, and I say no thank you, and I turn to the rest and I say, I think it's
Here's a big
Good
shower,
Norman.
please. Just tide me over.
Oh, that'll be 2 coffee.
Do they do dinner all day, or is it like a set time?
No, well, we're open 24 hours now for the celebration, so
Wow.
whenever you need food, we have somebody working in those kitchens.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Okay, you all need new clothes. You all look terrible. No offense. Some of you.
What do you
look
mean?
Better, but...
These are really good clothes.
I'm in my finest robes.
I will point out they've never been washed.
They're not very noble quality, are they?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's just, you know. He kind of twirls in his kimono.
Yes, let's.
Mine is going
let's
to be
get this
functional
done.
and armorage, so I wouldn't mind something
We'll,
that's a little bit more
I
banquety.
Yes,
I don't get that. I just put this on. to be
we'll show
polite.
you. We'll show you.
Okay. So you are making your way to the shopping district
Yes.
Yes.
all together.
Yay.
One large group. Yeah.
We're doing it with style.
You okay, Norman?
Yeah, I'm good. We'll make our way to the shopping
He's got a
district.
fashionable hat. He's fine.
Are you you're still wearing your hat?
Yeah. I'm not going to call any attention to the hat. I think it speaks for itself.
It's nice to see that you dress for the party.
Doth not a king of our kind wear a crown?
Yes, indeed. Okay, thank you very much for your patronage. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask.
I never actually got
Thank
it.
you very much. We will see you later.
Then get your name.
I was about to say.
Oh, my name is Taryn.
Oh
Pleased to
no.
meet you, Taryn. I'm Owen.
Taryn Leafstealer. Thank you.
What?
Taryn Leafstealer. That's my name.
Lads.
Stealing my leaves.
He's alright with that.
Bulbasaur used to be steel.
He did.
Are you heading to the shopping district then?
Yes.
I
Now.
double
Double back where?
back in as they're leaving.
As they're leaving, double back, yeah?
I head up to the counter. Pardon me, madam. You mentioned the smaller room.
Yes.
I'll take that one.
Oh, okay. Small room, that'll be a gold. please.
Incidentally, you mentioned you serve food at all hours, yes?
Yes.
How much meat do you have?
Oh, we're well stocked. I mean, as you can see, we have to be.
I worry you have misheard. I asked how much.
Well,
In pounds, if you will.
well, that might take some time to find.
Would you say 20?
£20.
Yes.
We can accommodate £20 of meat.
Have it sent to the smaller room.
How would you like it cooked?
I won't.
Okay. And any particular animal?
A mix will do.
A mix. Okay.
I missed you so much.
If you have any extra, I will pay.
Well, we have more than £20 of meat.
In that case, as much as you can spare.
Well, do you want £40 of meat?
Yes.
Let me just wander the small size. Can you £40 of meat and prepare the bleach? Yes. Okay, thank you. That will be an additional 2 pieces of gold.
So that's 4 total?
3.
3, yeah. I placed the 3 down.
Thank you.
Oh no, thank you.
Actually, it'll be another gold for the cleanup.
Yeah, I pushed that across.
Okay.
Although, ideally, there would be very little left.
Yes. Okay, just in case of stains.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fare thee well.
These
And then I join back up with these guys.
Okay, grandson.
Oh my god.
Your room of meat awaits.
Okay, I am going to myself and Lauren are going to steer people in directions towards suitable attire huts. What are we going to do about?
I mean, we could get a tailor that will make something like really small but really pretty, or a child suit maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That might be easier and
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah.
We've only got a day.
Yeah.
We've got less.
You've
Yes,
actually
they've
got
got a
the
few
night
hours.
is,
Yeah,
you've only got a couple of
hours.
hours, so
Okay.
it's now about 1 p.m. So you've got about 5 to 6 hours to get
Okay,
ready.
so let's
Shop
get a snazzy
and
child.
Get yourself to the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is one pair of clothing isn't actually good for people.
Well, you're gonna look terrible if you go to the banquet like that.
You're also going to
Oh.
smell terrible, Logan.
Is he not wearing a
but,
waistcoat?
He has.
He does, but it's
Hogan has like a dirty shirt, a dirty waistcoat, and a dirty pair of pants. He's pretty filthy.
I see no issue.
I'm clean, but the
You're
clothing
clean, but the clothes have
I
seen
don't
better
understand
days.
that.
Yeah.
Well then I can. I've done it before, so I can go and get new clothing.
No, we'll come to you. I don't trust your judgment on this, no offense.
I'm not sure I follow. If we are saying that the furry creature's outfit is insufficient, then
Yeah.
what of my raiment?
Oh, it's terrible.
Ah,
Yeah.
for banqueting purposes.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta look nice for banquets. Fancy.
Nice.
I didn't want to say
Lauren.
this earlier on, but
Darling.
banquet. That's like kind of like a bigger dinner.
No.
Oh.
I was under the
Well-
same impression.
Yeah, well, it involves dinner. It
Yeah.
involves sitting down. Involves carousing and possibly
Drinking.
singing and dancing.
So why not wear our normal
Drinking.
clothes?
You'll see when you get there. You'll be glad.
Well,
You'll be glad.
It's in the palace, right?
Yeah.
So, you know.
We're gonna be dining with royals and heads of
If you
guilds.
want to take another look at the letter, it actually says it's not in the palace. It's in the guild hall. The guild hall is a large hall that. It's a large hall which is off to the side of the palace area, but it's mainly where, like, say, it's not unlike a town hall, where the head viceroy would generally have public events or something like that. So it's not in the palace.
Trader meetings and stuff.
Some of that.
Still,
But
there's
it's a
gonna be
huge
classy
hall.
people there.
It's a huge hall. All the heads, as the letter has said, the heads of the guilds, merchants, different kind of, not royalty, but important people are going to be at it. And Dacius has procured an invitation for the group.
Okay.
Let me just put it this way. If you want him to actually listen to us and take our claims seriously about this world-ending evil, he's not going to listen to us looking like shit.
Oh,
I
okay.
wonder what our
I
stake is.
concede your point.
Yeah.
Golden Man, I may need you to show me the way to these fine raiments.
I will.
Lauren,
What he
before
said.
I know what I'm probably going to get, but can I show you my? Can I get your opinion on my cloak I picked up in that fortress before? It's not mine, but it seems to fit quite well. What do you think? Is this appropriate?
It's very nice if you could get an outfit to go with it.
Roll a history check.
Ooh, that's fun. Let me just grab my history.
There are games afoot.
Okay. No.
No.
Never seen a cloak before. 6.
6. Okay. It's a very nice cloak. It's a very nice cloak.
Talazar, what do you think?
It's a cloak. I have no real connection to fashionable. I am dressed as I am.
Salazar's a monk. He knows not of material things.
Dag nabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
What colour
It
is
looks
the
very
cloak?
warm.
The cloak is a very deep forest green. The thread that is woven through it is a very nice gold thread. It's such a nice gold thread, you think it might be gold.
Yeah, let's get some breeches. What about you, ladies? Meaning our chair. She's enough lady for ladies.
Yeah.
I need some advice as to what's gonna suit my green skin.
Okay.
Well, fair. Let me see. Laurent starts going from like shop window to shop window and kind of like piecing things together in his head for like.
The shopping district, as you arrive into it, it's basically this long winding kind of high street of a multitude of fashionable shops. Different types of clothing for all different types of races. You have tailors of all shapes and sizes either standing out in front of their shops and kind of like admiring the festivities that are going on or peering out their windows. There seems to be a shop for every race. Like Terrismore is a melting pot. It's a full-on melting pot. All the races seem to be here.
Are there any that aren't represented?
Um,
Typical Terrismore.
no, actually, it's a lot of like everything from even tieflings, half-orcs, orcs. Like even though the orc civilization is no longer with us, they're catering to larger things. And particularly, you notice a lot of the high fashion stuff when it comes to the likes of when you start investigating it, the size of our tier, the tailor that you go into one particular shop, and there's a tailor that sees our tier and is like, yes. Seems to be very comfortable with a female of your size. And it turns out that this particular tailor caters for the King's Guard.
Ah, cool.
Okay.
So, they're, like I said, it's a melting pot, so they have enough for everyone. It just depends on who you go to at any one particular point. So, where do you want to start with who?
Let's get the child suit first.
Let's get the snazzy child suit first. And can we get his clothes in to the washerwoman while we have his new clothes?
Ooh, I don't know if he'd like that.
I don't think it'd do him any harm though.
Well,
They're pretty
just the
mangled.
waistcoat has stuff in it I need for.
That is true.
Would you like to put your stuff in my bag of holding?
Yeah, okay.
I'll hang it for
I
you.
will say one thing that, from what I remember with the last tailor, apparently I'm wide in the back. Whatever that means.
Okay.
I thought he meant about my tail.
You're wide in the back.
Wide in the back, apparently.
You got junk in your trunk?
He's thick.
Skin. You did definitely
He's
say
thick
that.
skinned, yeah.
Thick skin.
Okay. So
okay.
you bring Ogun into a tailor, and you go into a halfling shop, and there is a middle-aged halfling woman, and bright-eyed, big smile on her face, like, "Hello, darlings. Hello. Welcome. What can I help you with today?"
I pointed at Ogun.
Oh,
We're going
aren't
to
you
the
a
banquet.
furry one?
Thanks.
Interesting. So what were you in the market for, my dear?
Apparently better clothes.
Well, I could give you my hanky and that would work, my dear.
A big hanky.
Mucus and all, but what type of clothing are you looking for, my dear?
They said better ones.
Better.
We're going to the banquet tonight.
A banquet!
Yes.
Lovely.
Oh.
Excellent. Okay, my dear, step up. Let me see you. Stand up here with my pedestal, let me get my measurements. And she starts to literally out of her and no, you just see this measurement, then she's quickly going around you, look up the inside of your leg,
come
around the
on.
crotch area, around the back, get your waist, get your shoulders, real like excellent. Now what type of smart clothing would you like, my dear?
Houndstooth? Okay. Thinking... Is it possible to get a three-piece suit with a, bit of ruffle, bit of a cloak? In that size?
I like you. You know your things.
I do.
I'd
Yes.
like another one of these though, with more pockets.
Wall pockets, that can be doable.
Especially in
that
here,
can be
and-
doable. Excellent,
And
excellent.
maybe something for this. This is my wand. I want to have one hook.
Oh, a sheath.
that's
Excellent.
right.
Maybe on the inside pocket.
Yeah, for a couple that'd be awesome.
I like it. Okay, let me see now.
Can we pick out the fabric?
He seems like a tweed man to me.
What's something
tartan.
in mind?
Yeah, well, I have an array of belts and fabric if you wish to see it. Like
Would
she
you mind?
points, she gestures to a wall that's like covered in these different types of fabrics, everything from silks to tweed to kind of like felt, the whole lot, shimmering. Some of them are patterned, some of them plain. There's like a smorgasbord you can pick from.
Okay.
There is tartan as well.
Tartan. I just got that image. That'd be awesome.
There is tartan as well.
Tartan, but I want the inside lining to be quite floral because of his like nature
Yeah.
aspects.
Okay, that can be done, darling. I have a lovely deep red and green and yellow top. That would mix against with the florals on the inside. Lovely, lovely.
Excellent.
I think I've
Excellent,
migraine
excellent.
from that.
Yes, that. Let me see now. Tots it up in her head.
Oh, and a hat. Not like that, but something.
What kind of hat, my dear?
Fedora?
A fedora.
Yeah.
Excellent. Would you like a feather in that fedora?
Yes.
Yes,
Get a feather in that cap.
Lovely, lovely. Would you like a cane with this outfit? By
Yes.
the sounds of it.
Oh, you're reading my mind. So yes.
And what would you like adorned on the cane?
I don't know what.
You could stash your wand in the cane.
Yes.
Yes.
That was my offering.
Sweet.
Excellent. So you want a wand held a cane. Might I suggest? I'm guessing. Let me see. Yes, you're a Wolverine, aren't you?
Last time I checked.
Okay.
Hang on, 1 sec.
I could talk
Yeah.
to my friend and maybe fashion a Wolverine club. We have a selection. We could just alter a wolf.
I'm not like a gathering of Wolverines.
Oh, that's what I want as well.
I was like kind of hoping and waiting for that to happen, but no, well.
What do you do? That would that suffice, dear?
I don't quite get what you're saying.
So the head of the club
Will be fashioned into a.
would be fashioned into a form of a Wolverine. We'll just alter one of the wolves we have. Make the snout a bit shorter. Clip the ears a bit.
That sounds awesome.
Make the eyes a bit more cute. Like yours.
I don't know what you mean about that.
Well, all in all, that would set you back 20 gold.
Oh,
Yeah, see, well, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
it is.
When will
But
it
you
be
were
ready?
gonna look.
No.
Do you have 20 gold?
Now do
Joe,
remember,
give me a
you
sec.
have your collection of jewels and
Yes.
Well, we never shared
No,
it.
coin that was
no,
never
but
given
I can
out,
give
but you
you-
can offer it to each other at this point.
I have 50 gold. I will spot you for this.
No, I'm okay. I have 50 gold in my shoe. And I'm actually not wearing any shoes. Actually, one of them has a small shoe
Okay.
with money in it.
Also
Next 20 gold.
shoes.
Oh, no.
I would
Shoes.
not recommend shoes with those claws.
Yeah, it kind of irritates and they rip
anything
through.
that can... Okay.
Spats.
They tend not to.
Crocs.
Spats.
We
Oh.
could put
You were not
spats
kicked-
over. We could
Good.
put spats
Yes.
over his ankles.
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
not
Make him
killing
look
a
very-
crocodile on my account.
No.
No, dear, it's totally vegan leather.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Totally vegan leather.
No, I like the natural on my feet.
No, this is a vegan household.
Oh my god.
You know, vegan household. We halflings, it's the way we live.
That's canon now.
Kind of now.
Okay, that will
Oh,
take.
I
That will take myself and my colleagues at least. I don't want to say what time it's
No, I
now.
have 50.
Come back to me in 2 hours. We will have everything ready.
2 hours.
Splendid,
Perfect.
thank
Thank you very much.
Right. You're going to be the next one, I think, because
Yeah.
you got more of
You
a...
need head to toe.
Yeah.
So this is.
Okay.
So, you next.
Norman needs
Okay. Oh, that's a
you
whole
know, from
project
the
in
air above
itself.
him to the ground below him, but we'll start with that.
Okay, so you move down through the shopping district and you notice that on the far end there is a very well kept shop. Seems to have a lot of business going in and out. A lot of the King's Guard seem to be gathering, staring in the window. And in the window you notice that there seems to be some really nice, intricate dress armor. It is really well put together, detailed. You're looking at beautiful leather embroidered breastplates with a very, very nice crimson cloak, the same crimson that you see on the King's Guard. Crimson cloak draped over one shoulder and a bandolier over the other. you can actually see different rankings as well, depending on the King's Guard that are displayed in the window. And then there's all these dress helms as well. So this looks like a particular shop that caters in King's Guard, dress armour, and dress clothes. And
Wow, what could we be being steered towards here?
Can we go look at the pretties?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go in.
You go in and there is a large, broad-shouldered man standing behind the counter.
It's essentially Gary.
A large, broad-shouldered man standing behind the counter, very tightly cropped hair at the sides, top hair at the side, and then a kind of a quiff at the top. Trim mustache and a little kind of thing under his like chin fluff. I'd say he's in his late 50s. He's got a few crow's feet, but handsome, rugged jaw, broad shoulders, big. But he's like tailored suit, little bow tie, selection of pins in his lapel.
We're so trained now, we just all stop moving.
Yeah.
Lapel, pins in his lapel, just a well-kept man. There's people milling around the shop around him. His assistants are there and he's just kind of like overseeing the whole lot. He sees you as you enter and he just beckons you forward. He's like, how may I help you?
My friend here is looking for something to wear to the banquet tonight.
A banquet, excellent. Right. Johnson, take measurements.
Now, I know this is all very kind of armour heavy. I figured you want to go a bit more light and flowy for this.
Kind of was a bit different.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Can I talk to you guys just for a second?
Johnson, stand back a bit.
What are the odds that he will sell us one?
You could commission him to make one, I'm sure.
We could, well, he's not, I mean, he's probably not allowed, but we could try and, it's probably too late now. Could have suggested that perhaps Archer had been recruited as extra.
And not let her wear her dress.
Oh,
you mean for now.
additionally. For sneaky. Feels important that we're here amongst those things right now. Yeah, I was thinking both.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you here to shop?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. We are here to shop. So I need two things from you. I have an invitation to the banquet this evening, so I would like something that is a little bit more feminine, but obviously suits my size. And I've also been asked to provide extra security after the banquet, so I will need some armour from you as well.
So you want something elaborate, dressy, but practical.
Yes.
You have come to the right place, my dear. Johnson, measurements, and a small, but again, equally broad-shouldered tailor steps forward and starts taking your measurements. The man behind the counter is like, right, Johnson, okay, right, this is what I suggest. Close, tight-fitting, but sleek.
Maybe one shoulder, like a, coming up here and it looks really pretty, like a tunic, but also really pretty.
Is this your personal shopper?
Yes.
Okay.
My
Right.
personal advisor.
And some cleavage. That's not possible at one. You're gonna have to do like a plunge or a this. We can go for a plunge.
Right. Are you concealing anything in the plunge?
Why don't you get me a drink first?
Can you leave a bit of room for concealment?
Well, we can provide sheets and hidden compartments and
Yes,
sections.
actually that would be excellent, thank you.
I think it's what we specialise in, military dress wear.
Yep. Okay.
Excellent. Right.
I'm thinking a lot of leg. Like it's it splits here and like goes because it shows off your thighs. They're real good.
I'm getting
Okay.
a vision.
I'm going to trust you, Loran.
I'm thinking red and gold.
Red and gold, bold colours, bold,
My
very
skin tone?
It
to
complements
eye-catching,
it.
Okay.
eye-catching indeed, and it would give off the green, indeed.
Mhm.
Excellent. What I suggest, if you want to have the plant, we put a sheet here. If you're having the slit up the side, we put a sheet at the back,
Yes.
and maybe some hidden sleeves. How do you feel about sleeves?
I think no sleeves. Those are good arms.
Yeah, no.
And
Yes.
you want jewellery.
Yes, some nice.
Quite.
We can provide. Generally, in those situations, sleeves are bullshit, so I would agree with that. So
Boo.
yes, let us go with that. Excellent. Come with me, please, Johnson. Take the helm here. He leads you to one side and starts picking out different types of fabric of the colour you suggested, and shows you at different points of the outfit will have extra protection around the midriff.
Yeah.
Extra protection around the kind of the back as well. And it shows you where all the different sheets go. If you give me, and Johnson, what's your schedule? Yes. Give me an hour and a half, and we will have a mock-up, and then we will have to do adjustments.
Perfect.
So come back. Thank you very much. The price will set you back about 25 gold.
We have our stash if you need a boost.
Okay, thank you.
Is he going to provide the uniform? Or just-
Yes, sorry, and just in relation to the armour that I will need for.
The armour is built into your outfit.
I think you misunderstood what she was asking. Maybe someone more persuasive could talk to you.
Are you in the market for an outfit?
Well, I'm with this person who's
Hi.
recently has been drafted temporarily for the King's Guard as well. Has been brought here as a guest.
Drafted,
Okay.
you say.
We'll need
Johnson, can you bring me my list?
yes,
No, what she means is at the banquet, like, hi, I'm a bard. I'm putting on a production tonight for the banquet, and she's playing the head of the King's Guard. So she's going to need some replica costume along.
We don't create replicas here. Maybe I
Oh.
should suggest a fancy dress shop.
Oh.
Yes, perhaps. It's just, we want it to look very authentic, and we hear you're the person who crafts them so fine.
I'm outside, by the way. I'm not even hearing any of this.
Have you got the list, Johnson? Thank you. You see, we are the official
Yeah.
licensed
Yeah.
tailor for the King's Guard.
That's why we're here.
What is your name?
This is Loran.
I thought you said your name was Loran.
I never told you my name.
She called you Loran.
I meant June.
Excellent. What is your name? He's starting to look a bit kind of pissed off at this stage.
Let's leave it.
Okay.
Let's come back and get the dress.
Do you know what? The dress sounds amazing. We'll try a fancy dress shop. Really appreciate your time. We'll be back in an hour and a half.
Excellent. Your dress will be ready for adjustments then.
Thank you so
for your
much.
custom.
Guys,
Can I-
when we come back, I'm going to try and steal something.
While this conversation, so obviously this has been happening this whole time.
Yeah.
As soon as Cody had mentioned the King's Guard uniform, I have been standing in front of their examples of it. There's some outside the shop as well, right?
Yeah.
No, they're all in the window.
Oh, okay, just on the window. No, I thought you meant there's actual King's Guard outside.
There are King's Guard outside.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing. I've just been drawing what the uniform looks like, and while in a corner of the shop, I look down, cast Disguise Self to make my uniform look like the King's Guard clothes. Kind of have a look at it, sort of go like, and then dismiss it.
Okay. Excellent. So, who's
Good to
next?
know.
You two
You
seem
don't.
like you're okay. You
I'm
guys
gonna
can sort
just go
yourselves.
find somewhere that can give me a more elaborate looking version of the current wear that I have.
Do you want to go ask the King's Guard, or do you want to wander the shops?
I'll just wander around the shops. I'm not gonna bother.
You don't find anything that sells monk clothes.
Fair.
You'd see one or two that would have like gowns and have outfits that you could wear, but they're not necessarily monk clothes. They're not from your order. They're just fine suits or.
But that's what I mean. I
robes.
just Just kind of fine suits and robes or whatever. Just basic kind of dress wear.
Just at base, so you're going to the top man and you're buying a suit.
Yeah.
Okay. You find a discount suit.
Top
You
monk.
go with the top monk on the high street, and you find like the off the rack.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff, and it's just it fits you loosely. It's not a perfect fit. It's not snug,
I
but
don't like things.
it does the job. Do you want to go shirt or shirtless?
Shirt. And I just want to ask if
No abs peeking, no kind of clavicle peeking through, no bone.
just like a grandfather collar, just kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Just a grandfather collar, just buttons just down to about the mid. And
Cool.
just leave them out. I ask if they can find a way for me to conceal my bow staff.
Your bow staff.
Yeah.
In-
I might be walking.
Where are you asking this?
In the tailor,
Top
or in,
monk?
in Top Monk, yes.
The person behind the top monk store just looks at you and is like,
It's probably like some
It's
student
19.
who's just there
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. We just sell suits, you know what I mean? Like, you want to talk this weaponsmith or something, you know? I can sell you a belt or something, you know? We got watches, you know? It's really all we have. Cufflinks, maybe.
Thank you.
Yeah. No bother.
Fuck's sake. Just take the clothing and try and just disappear. Pay for the clothing, I wasn't even paid for it.
Yeah. Right, let's say it's one gold piece.
Jesus.
Like it's proper off the
Then-
rack shelf, off the shelf stuff.
Then top monk prices.
Yeah.
No one heard my off the rack joke the first time.
No.
Very good.
Is there then like a more specialised tailor that I can bring the suit
What
to?
about
There's multiple
Shops.
tailors. There's multiple tailors on this street, the high end. But I mean,
No, let's not
you
go
could
back
go
to
to.
that
So you want to
joke.
go and get this adjusted so you can
Yeah,
hide your bow staff in it.
pretty much, yeah.
So how long is your bow staff?
Just a standard 3/4 length bow
And
staff.
is it extendable or bendable or anything?
That's
just a piece
something
of
that I
wood.
wanted to talk to you about, whether I could get someone to build or make a bow staff.
You're going to have to talk to a blacksmith or a
Yeah.
weaponsmith for that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So there's no way right now in the off the rack suit that you bought to hide a 3/4 length bow staff.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, but will we be allowed to carry the bag of holdings in?
You
That they'll let
seal
us.
it.
Stick it up your butt.
Oh Jesus!
I can hide it underneath my
While they're doing their,
Hide it
I just
underneath
want
my
to find
boobs.
the
Yeah.
weaponsmith. Do you want me
The
to
real off the
roll a
rack
perception or whatever?
It's not, this particular thoroughfare is all about
Oh yeah.
clothes. This
Yeah.
is all clothing and stuff. You'd want to go elsewhere in the city, maybe a couple of streets over to find a blacksmith or a weaponsmith.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go find a blacksmith and just kind of say, if one were to try and conceal a bow staff, or even build a new type of staff, wherein you could extend it and make
Sure.
it smaller.
So you find yourself 3 streets over, and it's a more kind of like rough and ready area. There's a couple of different blacksmith stalls, weapon stalls, kind of armor shops and stuff like that. You see numerous different blacksmiths kind of pitted about the place, all different races, all different types of blacksmiths. Some of them are shoeing horses, some of them look like they're making weaponry. There's some weaponsmiths there, so which one do you want to go to?
I'll go to one of the weaponsmiths.
You approach, and as you approach the weaponsmith, you see there's a large half orc just bent over an anvil. He's like, ting, 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 as the heat of the place hits you, and the smell of like the iron and the smelting and stuff, it's just solid into your face. Like this orc is sweating, he's working away. He doesn't hear you approach. So
Good afternoon. I'm wondering if you could help.
ting, ting. What? What can I help you with?
I've not an unusual request, but one that you may be able to help with, where I'm looking to hide and conceal a staff, and I'm showing the idea, and just tell him the idea of what I had.
He
You
wishes.
need to
He
take me
wishes
to
for
dinner
someone to
first.
help him make his staff extend.
And dear Lord.
He wants to find a place to put it too.
Yeah.
Hey! So you want me to make you a staff that's gonna make your, whoop?
Please.
Okay, right, okay. Well, It's a specialist job. It'll take you about 4 hours if you want me to make
It's
it.
not bad, actually.
The blacksmith
Yes,
said
how much
stone
will it cost?
cold.
Yeah.
Well,
How much would
I
that be?
didn't know that.
that will cost you 20 gold.
And it
My
costs
glass
the
is
20
so
gold.
cold.
I need to retcon the woman's.
You want to come back to me in about 4 hours? I will have your extendable staff ready for you.
Thank you,
Do
sir.
you want any kind
Well,
of
that's quite
enchantments or engravings or pictures of your mama? Come into this staff.
I don't know my mother.
This guy.
All right then, 20 gold it is. Come back and you will have your staff.
I just give him like a line from one of the lines of chord or the tenets of.
You
Teachings
one
of-
of them
Just
philosophers.
like
All right, it's gonna go on your staff. Fine, 4 hours. Another Alberti engraving. That'll be an extra 2 gold.
Show the 2 gold.
Can we bring him with us?
This is gonna
And
be
I say
a
thank you.
blacksmith. We're gonna go him to get make
Not a problem.
stone cold.
And he
What's
goes
your
through-
name?
What is your name, sir?
Are you with me at this point?
Oh, I've been shadowing you the whole time, yeah.
Okay.
I never let you out of my
Oxblood.
sight.
Thor and Oxblood.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Ass blood.
Oxblood, you dead boy!
Oh
I'll make your ass bleed, boy. Oxblood!
no! Don't make his ass
Don't you be coming in here and something near my place?
bleed.
What's your problem, boy?
He'll make your ass bleed with his extendable staff.
I was gonna say,
Concealing the extendable stuff.
just because you want to put it up there doesn't mean that others do, okay?
This goddamn celebration's bringing all sorts of weird ass motherfuckers into my place.
He's gonna open up a can of whoop ass on you. I love this guy.
He turns around and you hear him grumbling under his breath as he walks away.
Oh
He's
my
like,
god. I genuinely did not hear what you said. That's why.
You see, he's just like, fucking motherfuckers. And he's taking some stuff off, like he's starting to put together what would be an extendable stuff.
Thank you.
Alright, he's like, tuk, 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 tuk. One fucking
I am now down to 4 gold.
You know, I've written them down as Tor.
I know, I have more money than
Just
you.
that's how I'm gonna
Yeah.
remember.
Okay.
He's getting all my business.
Oh, I love this one. As soon as I learn like permanent charm person, I'm coming back here.
There's a permanent version?
What level? What level?
Oh, not for ages.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But I'll remember him.
Okay, so
Pour an ass blood.
How do you level up in the
Half blood. Is that
You
what
level
he
up when I tell
said?
you you level up.
Did he say half blood?
Yes.
You don't need it. You don't really need it. That's why I think it's one that's like, this is the... don't really need it.
Okay, so you've gone off to get your staff done. Arthur's got her outfit.
I want to bring Norman's.
Norman's turn. Okay.
Golden man, take
Look
me
at
to
his
your
face. Look at his
Okay.
face.
I
know, he's enjoying this so
Oh my
much.
god.
So I bring Norman just to a plain old human tailor. Just nice old human shop. for
Normal
some
human.
humans.
Exactly as
Yeah,
appropriate.
exactly. I walk in and kind of gesture at him. I'm going to need your most absorbent suit.
It will need to be fairly absorbent, yes.
He sweats a lot in nervous situations.
I secrete.
Terrismore's very, like, as you walk in, the tailor is there. It's a tall, thin human man, bald, completely bald, kind of like very Lemony Snicket, not Lemony Snicket, but the Baron from Lemony Snicket look. Like long nose, pointy chin, little smig on his
So
chin.
just kind of
Olaf,
yeah.
Count Olaf, yeah. Sorry. And he's just like, well, yes, you're looking at a very sweaty person in a very sweaty city. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
We will happily accommodate, no problem whatsoever.
I
I
will
can put
need
some extra absorption inside.
a few extra layers would be very good.
Yes.
Inside.
You want a light suit? Like flouncy?
No.
No.
Excellent. I am going to need to take some measurements.
Do you also sell wigs?
Wigs?
Yes.
I do not, but I can send a man out for one.
That would be very good.
What kind of wigs would you like?
Your hair is so bad and
No.
gross. No, if the rest of you is going to be clean looking and not sweaty,
I
then
would rather remove it.
Oh god.
can you just cast a skull self for the hair?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
But it would be nice to have an outfit that does not seep when I walk.
Quite something fancy for a banquet. I'm
Excellent.
thinking blacks and purples, maybe some green tinges.
You don't don't need me to remove anything to take the measurements, do you?
Well, you're wearing robes at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. He looks you up and down. He's like, he kind of is a bit repulsed. He's
Yeah.
I'm going to get a man, one of my men, to take your measurements. if you feel uncomfortable taking your clothes off, that's no problem whatsoever. Yes.
Don't send anyone you like.
Okay. Where's the intern? Yes. Can he measure things? Excellent. Yes. Baldric. Yes.
This can be done privately, yes.
If you wish.
Good.
Baldric.
Friends, it's okay.
No, we are not.
Take
You
this gentleman.
Not on that level.
Oh no, that's fair. Okay.
Baldric, take this gentleman into the changing room in the back and take his measurements. Thank you. Yes. Excellent. Thank you. Yes. This quivering intern comes out. Like, yeah. All right. Okay. Do you want to follow me, sir?
I do not, but I will.
Excellent. I really should have interned with that fucking orc blacksmith.
Oh, he's wonderful.
And he takes you away off to one side.
Yeah.
And you go off into a changing room to get your measurements taken.
Yeah. See, okay.
Please tell me what
no.
happens. Please put
See,
a camera in
yeah,
there.
I can. See, that's the thing. You guys can't. It won't be
Can't see.
anything. So yeah, I'll take off the top half of my robes. There's an extremely long, winding thread of intricately cut symbols raised in scars on my back, stretching from the left shoulder, curling all the way around the torso, down to just above the right buttock. They then weave the other way back up. There's also a deep sucking wound on my right side that is still remaining open. But
in your butt.
yeah, no. The deep sucking wound in my butt is meant to be there. But I think it's definitely. Yeah, he's just an intern, so he won't recognise it as language.
Oh,
which is- yeah.
Baldric isn't a clue.
Yeah.
Baldric's like, why do I always get the weird, like strange things? He's like, they don't treat me right, don't they? And he's like, he's not even really paying attention.
Yeah.
He's more giving out about his situation.
Yeah.
The fact that he has to look after another weird customer in this tailor place. And he just takes your measurements as he goes, and he gets to the sucky room. He's like, mate, you really want to. You might want to get to an apothecary and get that looked at.
It's fine.
It's looks pretty gapey.
I conjure mage hand up against his lips, just like. I said it's fine.
Okay.
Take the measurements, whelp.
Oh my god.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm done. I've got the measurements. He basically just turns on his heels, walks out, throws the measurements at the table. He's like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." And he's gone. He leaves like, "Fuck your internship. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go work for that fucking orc."
I pop on it.
So yeah, I
That
was
went
thinking,
quite well, actually.
it's really good. I'm really proud of you. Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking maybe like a robe suit kind of thing. I said blacks, purples, and a little tinge of green. I'm thinking.
Excellent. Yeah, that's doable. That's very doable.
Why are you still the intern?
No, they sounded very
Oh, did
similar.
they?
Would you like any embellishments, cloaks, anything extra? Gloves,
Cloak would be
hats?
A cloak, my
Hat would be good.
I already have one.
Oh, that is true.
He does.
It's a bit moist.
Actually, it's a paper party hat, right? Oh, it's falling apart.
Yeah.
He's like, perhaps something sturdier.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it is. I mean, I enjoy the sentiment. It is a party after all. But yes, we could probably provide you. Do you want a peak? Do you want a brim?
Wide brim.
Wide brim hat. Excellent. And do you want a point?
Like the sombrero.
No.
Do you want a rounded hat
Yes.
with a wide brim?
Yes.
That looks a little like.
So, do you want it to match your outfit?
Ideally.
Excellent. Give us about 2 hours.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
How much will that cost?
That will be 25 gold.
That is all of my gold, but that's fine.
Excellent.
I will have to pay you in rare gems.
That's fine. We take any sort of payment.
Wonderful. Because yeah, we never got them appraised. So I
I'll give Norman gold to save him having to do that before they get appraised, because we have the gold we got. Yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, you pay for your suits. So everyone is tailored up at this point.
Not Kim.
Kim
Not
isn't.
me.
Keoline isn't.
I have a question. I have this beautiful cloak. I think, stop me if I'm presuming things here, Lauren, but I imagine you're quite good at braiding. I would like to get a nice pair of dress kind of jodhpurs, something that's not going to take focus from the cloak, but will still make me able to say yes. So I'm going to do that if I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will go to.
It'll be this. You actually go in. There's an elf tailor, next door to the human tailor, and they provide.
For human people, yeah.
Yeah, they provide specific tailored to exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
As you walk in, is Loran again accompanying you, or are you by yourself?
I think Loran is on this job, isn't?
Yeah, I
isn't
think he'll come, but I think he kind of knows that you kind of got this.
Yeah. So say you're at the door.
Yeah, I'm just browsing while you're inside.
Okay, so the you walk in and there's a male elf and he's just like standing behind the counter. He's helping a customer at the moment and he's just finishing up and gives the bags, and then the elf then turns on her heels and goes off. You're noticing as you do all of this that as much as Terrismore is a melting pot, you realise that all of the shops are segregated into each race. There's no one shop that caters for everyone. As much as it is like everyone in together, each individual race has their part laid out.
Even tieflings, that's strange.
Yeah. So there's no, like, as much as it's all like we're all in this together, we're all really well off, we're all doing great, there's still that separation. That's not like, and like nobody's, like it's civility all the way through the streets. There's parties, everyone's having fun, they're mixing. But when it comes to commerce, everyone has their separate bits. So the elf tailor and human tailor, or the military tailor, even though like they were abroad, they were catering for a specific group. The halfling tailor looked at anyone of that persuasion, and then there was Top Bunk.
Yeah.
Never
forget Top Bunk.
Shopping in the high street in Top Bunk. So just to make you aware of that story point as well. The elf sees you approach, he's like, "Good afternoon. How may I be of assistance?"
I need apparel. I would like some well-made, comfortable, fairly formal breeches of a sort. I've got a highly ornamental cloak that I want to augment with my trousers.
Excellent. Now, would you require anything apart from trousers?
I think I need shoes.
Shoes, excellent. Anything in the variety of a shirt or blouse?
I don't think so.
Not a blouse.
No, I'm going to confer with Loran here for a second.
Smock jacket or possibly like a...
So my cloak is cut how? It
Clasps at the neck.
Does it have sleeves?
It has, no, it's just a full-on over-the-shoulder cloak. It's got a hood, but the cloak itself at the back, it's heavily embroidered in gold.
Okay, I'd like maybe a leather, plain leather, well-made top. Yeah. Some
practical with a bit of armour.
That'd be good.
That will be good,
and
as long as it's not too heavy.
Well, from your build and from your muscular outlay, I would say you're more of an athletic person. Very dexterous. You need to be able to move in these things.
I'm pretty nimble, yeah.
Excellent. So
perhaps some gold embellishment to match the cloak.
Well, I'm thinking about time.
Do you need to conceal any weapons? It's like, it's very handy, and he gestures and literally blade just flicks out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need some of that, son.
We specialise, the blade just goes back, then we specialise in concealment for the dexterous type.
Let's do this.
We're going to the banquet tonight. Are you going to that?
No.
No?
Dear.
Not your scene?
Not my scene. I will be at home taking care of my cat.
I want to bring this guy as well.
Yeah, it's just, well, I mean, if you're not doing anything later, you might as well come along.
As far as I'm aware, it's invitation only.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get a +1.
No,
I'm not
that's
sure
how
we
these
could.
things work.
Alright.
I want to make a persuasion roll to try to convince them to come with my date.
How much are you putting into this? Like, if you want to charm him, or do you want to...
No, I'm just making a
just persuasion.
I'm not going to go creepy with it.
Okay.
It's a 19.
Oh
I
my
have
god.
7 in persuasion somehow.
Poor Fluffy. What about Fluffy? Who's
He's
going to be
gone.
Fluffy?
Do you have a +1 on your invitation?
Could probably sort it out.
Excellent.
It is a group invite, so
What time is
can't
this taking place
I'll
at?
pick you up. You'll be here, right?
Well, we've closed up at 6.
I'll collect you at 6.
Excellent. You have persuaded me.
You see?
Loren's gonna get laid!
Oh my god.
Okay, you've persuaded the elf tailor to go to the banquet with you.
Oh my god.
Now, my dear, back to your outfit. Functioning tunic,
Yes.
bit of armor, concealment. Would you like the concealment in the arms or in the bodice?
Bodice.
Bodice.
Yes.
Excellent. You can do that. You have the cloak on you?
Yes. And I'm just going to get it out of the bag of holding.
So Artir is there as well?
Yes.
Great. Excellent. Nice deep forest green. Lovely, lovely needlework. Beautiful. May I ask, where did you come by this?
No, you may not.
That's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. Just one tailor admiring another tailor's work. It's beautiful work, beautiful work. We can, of course, match and complement the colour.
Do you recognize the style?
It's an old style. Nearly as old as I am.
Seen anything like it?
Not in a long time.
Okay then.
I wish I wasn't so dumb. not
Yeah,
not
I
Cody.
think
Kim. I wish Kim wasn't so dumb.
Loren's gonna peek up and he's like, so do you seem to know a bit about it then?
I know a bit, yeah.
Well,
What
go
can
on
you
then.
tell me?
Come on, I'm bringing you to a party.
Since you rolled so high on persuasion and since I rolled so shit.
Yeah.
And he takes the cloak and he folds it over in his arms. He looks in the back of it where the embroidery is. This belongs to royalty.
So I can't wear this.
This was part of an old house that is long gone. This is quite the item. It's not magical in any way, but it's very practical and
I'm going to draw attention to myself at a royal party.
very
for sure.
fashionable, my dear. You will look quite the part, and I will be able to make you quite the outfit to go along with it. You will be the, not so much belle of the ball, but you might be the talk of the ball.
Do you think it'll get me an audience with the king?
Oh, it'll get the king's eye, but I don't know if the king is going to be at this banquet.
No, we won't be at this banquet. No.
This is the viceroy's banquet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is, yes.
Okay. Well, how long will it take you to put everything together?
Matching this, I have the material, I have the leather. It'll take me about 3 hours.
That's
Everybody
perfect.
happy
That would
with
bring
that?
us up to about 6 then.
Right up to closing time, you can collect me and your outfit at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is it going to cost? I'll pay you then, not now, because I've got a few things to do.
Well, considering the amount of work, my dear, that
Yes.
is going to be, if you're not going to pay me now, I'm going to have to ask for 20 gold deposit.
That's fine.
And it will be 40 gold in total.
Okay. Alright guys, we're gonna go get these jewels appraised.
It's not
Okay.
good, yeah.
I say that out of his earshot, obviously.
So, everyone is now tailored for.
Yeah.
You're looking for a jeweler to appraise
Yeah.
your jewels.
Yeah.
And look at my stones.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so, 4 streets over, you find yourself in a district filled with dwarves. And there are pawn shops. There are porn shops.
I wish to go to
I also go there.
There are porn shops and pawn shops. There are jewelers. There are a few little kind of snippets of small little blacksmiths places, but they're small and they cater for jewelry on a larger scale, maybe for larger races, but they're specialised in that. So you have your pick of jewelers and different shops you can go to.
Okay, now, group, we have 3 bloodstones and 2 coral. What else did we gather?
I think I
That's
gave
it,
all the
isn't
stuff that I got anyway. I
Right.
don't know where it was.
So, do we want to, the large gem we gave to Dacius, didn't we?
Mm.
So these are just currency at this point. These
Yeah.
ones. So we get those cashed in.
Yeah.
And the coral as well.
Mhm.
All right. What do you think, Norman? Who strikes you as our guy in here?
I'm going to pick one entirely at random, but making it look like I think I'm analysing them.
Well, that's what I deserve.
But
in
realistically, I just pick one at random.
Okay. So Norman points towards shop, kind of halfway up the street.
This one has a strong energy.
That's what I get for trying to include him.
Like there's
That's
people
what I
milling
get.
past, so I mean, like you can't really gauge which ones are more popular in the shops. They're all
Right.
kind of roughly the same trade. You walk into the jeweler shop and you find yourself in a kind of a small confined place with lots of shelves and lots of like in the shelves there are like a lot of little drawers with gold clasps on them, and they line the walls from floor to ceiling. Sorry, from mid floor, from mid wall to ceiling. It's a very well kept shop. Everything's like a dark wood, and behind the counter on the far end you see a kind of a young female dwarf.
How could it be anything less than Stella? Look at all these shelves.
She looks up as you enter. There's nobody else in the shop, and she's like, "Well, hello, there is. Welcome to my shop. What can I do for you?"
We'd like to get these gems appraised.
Excellent, excellent. She kind of shuffles on her little chair, and she's like, "Hey, bring it over, bring it over." And she takes out this eyepiece, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, okay, show me what you got, love. Show me what you got."
So I hand one of the bloodstones over to her.
Bloodstone. Oh, that's the nice one. Lovely, lovely. All right, let me have a look at this now. Right, okay. Right. Is this all you have? You got any more?
Why would you ask that question?
Well, that's my job.
No,
what I
your
do.
job is to tell me what that is worth.
Right, testicles like this.
Well, we've got to book a porn.
Oh, us three are no longer in the shop.
Oh, right, okay. So is it you three in the shop? You're at porn.
Oh, yeah, I'll have left, because I was carrying the coral gems, I'll have left them with you.
Okay.
Like, I'm just asking, like, it's what I do, it's my job. I'm like a jeweler, and like, if you just have the one, fine. But if you've got a lot of these, I can do you a deal. You know?
Don't.
So it's all about,
So
you know,
tasty straight up.
you
Yeah,
help
it
me,
seems quite
and
right.
I'll help you, Diddy. I'm not here to rob you.
Forgive me. We have 3.
Right, 3 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Right. Excellent. Can I see?
Oh,
Are they all cut? Are they all rare? Are they all raw? What have we got? Can I see them?
Sure.
Produce them over.
Thank you very much. Lovely,
What
lovely.
we're looking at is real.
Right.
No acting out there, guys. We don't need any gestures. You're all right.
So, these are lovely pieces, very rare, very raw. So you're looking at roughly, for the set, for the tree, about 2,000 gold.
Oh! Shut the front door.
Shut.
We just burst
Oh.
back
Stop holding the magazines, just like.
You've left the porn shop with magazines in your
in.
hands?
No, we haven't.
No, actually.
I come out disappointed because I thought they said prawns.
Think of all the
I was very
pornography we
hungry.
could
So
buy with
yeah,
2,000
for those
gold.
3, like it's bloodstones, they're quite rare, and these are actually raw, so they haven't been cut. So I could actually probably sell these for a great price.
Hey, are you all right? No.
2,000 gold for these is my best offer, I'm afraid.
And what about the coral?
Wait 1 second. Can we? Oh yeah. Let's get the coral appraised, and then I'm going to get a second opinion.
And I want to insight check the dwarf just to see how.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
so you both inside checking, or one's
Yeah.
rolling with advantage?
I just rolled 18 plus 3, so 22.
Right.
He's rolling.
21.
She's legit,
21.
21.
You're not here, though.
full on legit. She's giving you
You're not
a
here.
decent price.
You're
She's an
not
honest
here.
dwarf.
Oh.
She's not trying to rob you.
Oh, sorry.
That's actually quite a good price for those particular
That's it.
ones.
She's
Okay.
not, she's okay. She's
good.
not gonna do us out of anything.
All right. Let's show her the coral too. We have 2 pieces
Reduce
of
the
coral.
coral then as well, just to get an idea of them as well.
She's like, oh lovely, I love coral. It's a beautiful stone. A lot of call for these in springtime. People love them in engagement rings. And she takes the coral off you, and she's again same thing. The eyepiece. She's like, right, gorgeous, lovely. Aye. That particular piece, because it's already cut, is going to be about 1,000 gold.
So 3,000 total.
3,000 in total.
Holy fuck.
Now we've two pieces of coral.
We do, yeah.
Did we give you give
There's
the
3
two pieces of
bloodstones
coral?
and 2 pieces of coral.
So we get is that 1,000 for the 2 pieces of coral?
1,000 per piece.
So that's 4,000 total.
4,000 total.
Lads, we're into that.
So
I'd
much
actually,
money.
I'd just be like, yep.
Stop that. Just want to see where he's in
We're gonna be able.
Do you like our sexy Norman?
Yeah, that's good to go. Can we get this out of the way? Because that's going to just take
Sorry.
focus.
Are you ready for sexy Norman? Because
Well. The rest of the world is not ready for that.
no.
Good to go?
Yep.
Okay. So, 6 o'clock rolls around. Everyone has their outfits ready to go.
Yeah.
You individually all collect all your outfits. You roll them up in the shops. And
I
finally,
collect my
collect your staff.
That is true.
It's better, but come on.
Yeah.
Norman has shaved his hair into a top knot.
Into a top knot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
The greasiest top knot ever known to man.
It's
Nor
lank.
man.
It's lank.
It's it's like flopping.
He's trying to copy the top knot that I have.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
don't flatter yourself.
You pick up your staff, and the orc just is like, there you go.
Thanks.
Take that thing and get the hell out of my blacksmith store.
Can you
I
tell me-
apologise for the misunderstanding earlier.
I can.
It genuinely was
Roll persuasion.
it was a severe misunderstanding.
4.
My family name means a hell of a lot to me, Baldy. So, you insulted me. I'll take your gold, take your staff, and get the fuck out of here. I thought I was going to say, I'll take your apology.
Thanks very much. I'm assuming he's told me how to use it.
Nope.
You bastard.
So, you have a walk between now and when you get to the banquet, so you can try and figure it out. And
That's literally what I do.
yeah, okay. I need you to roll an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so mean.
16.
16. By the time you get to, you meet everyone a couple of streets over, you're like, choo, choo, choo. There is a clasp on the side of it that it's like it's sheets of kind of honed metal tubes. They're all like slats and they all slide into each other and slot back out.
Perfect.
It's the same hit.
Yeah.
There's no extra to it.
No, that's
It's
it was
just concealable.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as the quarterstaff you had beforehand. It just slots into itself and it folds up to about you're talking about maybe 3 inches,
Yeah.
roughly, of thing that you can into your pocket.
perfect.
All right. There's a small clasp on the side that's like an indent that you just push against, and it.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's exactly what I wanted.
You can thank Babylon 5 for that one. And so, is everyone suited and booted, ready to rock?
Yep.
Loran picks up his elven date, who happens to have brought his cat along,
Yes. Good.
which perches on
Ooh,
his
you
shoulder.
better leave my fish alone.
The cat is like a black as night, with a few small speckles of white towards its tail tip. It has pure emerald eyes with the green slit down the center of each eye, and it just kind of looks over indifferent at the fish.
I would like to make an animal handling check to see if I can befriend the cat.
You can go ahead.
11.
You reach out for the cat and kind of like
Yeah,
it
it's
kind
okay.
of leans into your hand a small bit. The elf Taylor, whose name is gives the name as
Okay, has name. Whoops.
just one name, just Swift.
That's good.
That's it. And it's like he's just like a sly smile as he looks at the cat as you kind of tickle under its ear, and the cat's like kind of leans into
Sure.
it, but yeah.
Over there.
Your fish globe is like, ooh, floating around on your far shoulder, like you're here like this, and the fish go. The fish is just like swirling around inside, not paying any attention.
You can play at that game and try and crawl up Norman's back to sit on near him, like I did back in the day.
Sitting on Norman's shoulders.
No, not on the shoulder, but like just it seems to be a normal thing. So
I need you to roll a dexterity check to make sure your claws don't tear his new suit.
Oh. Or your own new suit.
You've already said it, man. Do it. Roll that shit.
No.
I can spider climb.
Spider, that's freaky.
Give me a second. What is it under?
He can also.
Dexterity.
Thank you. I rolled off a 6 onto a 14. So
14.
It's 15.
15. You literally as you're walking along, there's a cart. You go, floop, floop, you hop on the cart on one side, one step up on. You're literally just perched on Norman's shoulder. And he's like, just walking along, and you have this small Wolverine sitting on your shoulder.
No, I don't do anything. I'm gonna let it happen.
So are we approaching the area of the banquet?
You've made your way out of the shopping district. You're now moving towards the palace district, and you see that there is a small stream of very well-dressed individuals making their way towards the Guildhall.
Yeah.
The Guildhall is off to the right of the palace district. The palace looms large in front of you. It is a huge structure. 2 of the spires of the city sit smack bang in the middle of the palace district. The palace is central with a tower, but there's 2 large spires that sit on either side of the palace district. They seem to gleam in the night sky.
Yeah.
Again, the bunting is everywhere, blue and gold colours. There's fireworks going off. Blue and gold fireworks.
Yeah.
The visage of King Gregor is plastered along all the streets as you come up towards the Guildhall, and you see a steady stream of very well dressed individuals going towards the Guildhall as you follow.
I would like to kind of turn to the group in general. And I was like, okay, so we're here. You all look very, very, very good.
Thanks for my braid, Lauren.
You're very welcome. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, looking nice is one thing, but please don't embarrass me in there, because, you're all quite a...
What could possibly go wrong?
Why would we be the ones to embarrass you?
As long as nobody asks me any personal questions, you won't have to worry about it.
Oh no, they have no interest in that kind of thing.
What is your connection to the city?
None.
Then
I'm
why are you
just
so
doing
skittish?
Just the holidays are stressful.
It's a party. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
people.
Yeah, people are stressful.
Not in my line of work.
As it starts to hit the hour, you hear bells starting to be rung in the general vicinity of the Guildhall. You look over and there's 2 guards, King's guards, and one of them is ringing a large bell, and the other one's like, calling to order with the entrance of the Guildhall, please make their way towards the banquet area.
And
What?
I just gave everybody a curt nod and I just make my own way.
Okay.
Lorana walks, arm in arm with his elf date, head held high, very elegantly into the hall.
As you walk towards the Guildhall, the King's guard all nod and look at you, and then as you're coming towards them, they stop you and go, invitation please.
Oh, yes. Who's carrying that? I assumed it was you.
I would have got started at the head, so I would have produced it.
Okay. Yes, this all seems to be in order. The King's guard looks down at Ogun. He's like, looks up and down the letter again. Looks back at Ogun. I'm afraid there are no animals and pets allowed in the Guildhall for the banquet.
Oh, but cat.
This man
and...
is-
They're familiars, are they?
Yes, that's
Yeah, we'll go with.
no,
Meow.
that's my familiar.
I know, he's sitting on my shoulder.
Oh, he is true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's right. So it looks on your shoulder.
Yeah,
It's a fully dressed Wolverine person. So
Have you ever seen a wild Wolverine clad in such finery? Idiot.
Oh, Norman! Oh, shit.
This is my sorceress familiar.
I'm gonna have to ask you to step over here for a second, please. The rest of you may go ahead into the building. Thank you very much.
Gonna get his
I
book.
sir, this man does not mean any offence. We are merely here on behalf of the man mentioned in our letter.
And that all checks out. That's fine. But there's no mention of a wild creature, garbed or not, in this letter.
I believe you misunderstand. He is not a wild creature. A familiar is no more a creature than a wand used to cast a spell. It is essentially an object that I carry.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, I need my dice.
Come on, Norman.
You can do it.
You can do it!
You can do it.
Try not to cut his fucking head off!
No, that's not very good.
I need you to roll a perception check.
Right.
Yeah, that's 12.
I would like to do something.
I want to do something as well, but before.
Perception.
10.
Oh, Jesus!
Uh-oh. Rhubarb. Yeah, that's not a great one for us, called aerobics, but
Sorry.
no, we'll be alright. Pajamas and Georges. Rhode Island Sea.
We should have music that we can actually play with the whisper that we can look up so that we don't hear.
I don't know what's happening here.
Oh, just as well you can.
Our sponsors of the evening are.
Whoever made this me.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Have a quick look around. How many guards are there?
There's the 2 guards at the front. There are other guards kind of out towards the front area. And they're kind of gathering people in. And then there's nobody else, no other guards kind of around the vicinity. You see people that are working in the area. You see like waiters and servants going in the side entrance into the banquet.
Just kind of your average soldiers.
Yeah. The King's Guard. They're all heavily armored King's Guard.
Since it looks like this is going to cause problems and we need to get in, I'm going to cast Charmed Person
Who are you casting on?
on the guy that doesn't like the guy that's stopping us from getting in.
The guard.
Are all
Yeah.
women.
Well, they're all
They're all women. They're all women.
Yeah.
So you're casting Charm Person on
Charm
that.
Person.
Okay. Grand, so yeah.
Sorry.
Is it
So
a-
it's
what's the DC on that?
it is Wisdom 12. So I think that's presuming that that's the same.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
And now they know.
And they know that they've been charmed if they.
Yeah.
They just snap and they look directly at you and go. They reach out and they grab you and pull you off Norman's shoulders. And they drag you off to the side.
I just need. It's like,
Balls.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh man!
Yep. We're ending tonight's episode there. That's too much of a cliffhanger to not let be a cliffhanger.
I'm raging you did your thing first because I have a much better version of that spell contained in my nice new loot and I was ready to go and now
Well, I've never done it before, so
that was a full-on roleplay session, guys. Fair play to you.
Love
Well
it.
done. That was really
They're my
well put
favourite.
together. It was so much fun to do.
what are your favourites? What? No, it's a heavy roleplay set. You too though.
Folks, thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed that session. There was that's a proper full-on roleplay. Fair play to everyone that really got into their characters. Everyone seemed to really enjoy that. I had a blast. I hope you had a blast watching. Hope you guys enjoyed doing it. So until next time, this has been Pubcast Plays D&D, and we will see you in a month. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the
Gentlemen,
next
to
episode.
bed!